What's going on? What's going on, you brothers? What's going on? It is your dude, Mr. International Passport, here again for a future classic. First and foremost, brothers in the live stream chat, please press a one if you can hear me loud and clear. How is my audio? How's my audio? Uh, Aaron, am I good? Can you hear me loud and clear, bro?
Yeah, bro. Can you hear me?
Yes, so my guests can hear me. Now, can the brothers in the live stream chat hear me? So base pull clips, appreciate you, bro. Can I get a couple more ones, please? Who else is here? And can you please break down if you can hear me loud and clear? Give me a couple more ones, please, in the live stream chat. Uh Dacus, the navigator, thank you for confirming. So I think I'm good. I think I'm good. So, brothers, welcome to another classic, future classic live stream. I'm your host, Mr. International Passport, worldwide traveler, here to give you brothers the intel in regards to how the world truly works. Women, IT, dating, culture, self improvement, RP talk, the whole nine yard. So when you come in tonight, please like the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. Not only like the video, but show me some support. Hit the super chats, hit the PayPal. I don't earn much from the channel, but I'm here to just make sure I do my best to help brothers get out there and live a great life. Cop the merch, join the Patreon. For the the naughty version of this live stream. I said that right, Aaron. Crazy Patreon that me and Aaron discussed a couple of weeks ago. So let's get it cracking, man. I have a very special guest here today called Mr. Aaron, who has a lot of experience in Colombia, living in Colombia, dealing with Colombian women, the whole nine yard, and he's here to break down that incredible experience. So, Aaron, how are you today, bro?
I am well, brother. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, brother. I'm doing fantastic. Rainy day over here in the UK, but the
Yeah.
streams keep me happy. Okay, so um, Aaron, give us a breakdown as to who you are, where you're from, and anything special about you, bro.
So my name is Aaron Jackson. I'm 29 years old. Currently, I'm working in the trucking industry, but I'm now transitioning into the IT so I can like travel more and pretty much retire. But we'll talk about that later. But yeah, I love traveling the world and I just love networking.
Awesome, awesome, fantastic. So, Colombia, Colombia. Where were you in Colombia, brother? What city or cities?
So I went to Cartagena. I went to Santa Marta, Medellin, and Cali. And
Awesome,
I've
awesome.
been also, brothers. I've been to Colombia like 6 times. So
Oh wow.
yeah,
So you must love Colombia, right?
I do. I do. It's one of my favorite countries. The only thing I don't like about it is the crime, but we'll get to that later though. But yeah,
Okay, so let's get straight into it, brother. Right, six times is a very long is quite a repetitive amount of time to go to one
yeah,
country. There must be
yeah.
something that draws you to Colombia every single time. What
Oh
is
yeah,
that, bro? Is it the big booty Colombian woman? Is it the
yeah.
weather? Is it the culture?
I'm
Bro?
not gonna. A lot of men, they say they don't travel for women, and I don't travel just for women, but yeah, that was the reason that drew me to Colombia was the women. But once it was the women, I like how it was the cheap cost of living. It's really cheap, and the food is good, and it's close to home. Because I live in New Orleans, so it's like a flight to Colombia is like 4 or 5 hours. So it was easy for me to go back and forth like continuously like that. But yeah, Colombia's my favorite country though.
Okay, awesome, bro. Awesome. Um, Fantastic. And what city in Colombia do you like the most, or cities are your favorite?
My favorite city in Colombia, I would say it's Santa Marta. I like Santa Marta.
Oh, okay.
I like I like I like I like Cartagena too. It really just depends on like what mood I'm in. So like if I'm trying to like just have fun and just knock down some women, it's definitely Cartagena. But like sometimes you want to like just chill and relax and just like have a relationship. I know a lot of men is looking for a relationship. Then it'll be like Santa Marta, definitely. I
Okay,
like
so go
it's
on.
kind of say which one is my favorite, but yeah.
Okay, brother. So can you tell me more about Santa Marta. This is a city I've not touched upon before on the channel. I've done Colombia, I've done Bogota, Cartagena, but Santa Marta, what is it about the city that you love so
Yeah.
much, brother?
So Santa Marta is like, it's kind of away from the tourist area. It's not really, tourist. Um, it's more like for couples and families. So like if you want to just go there, have a good time on the beach with your girlfriend, with your or with your family, Santa Marta would be like, the perfect place. But that's what I discovered about Santa Marta. It's not, it's there like no tourists out there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not really a party city. It's really like it's really chill. So if you want, like I said, if you want to just chill, be on vacation, not worry about getting drugged, none of that stuff, Santa Marta is the best spot, in my opinion. In my opinion.
So, okay, so now I want to tackle Santa Marta from a passport bro's perspective, particularly as we're all aspiring to get into IT. And brothers, hold on, bro. Brothers, we got over 40 people watching, but only 17 likes. We gotta get the likes up, please. Hit the like button, show some engagement, show some support. It is not fair, bruv. Come on, man. Get the likes up. Show me some support. So, I want to know more about Santa Marta. What
hmm
kind of women would the passport bros meet in Santa Marta, bro?
Now Santa Marta, you will actually, if you go to Colombia like looking for an actual girlfriend or a wife, I would say Santa Marta would be the best city, because like a lot of those women, they work, they have jobs, they have careers, and they're very classy. They're not really like the women in Cartagena or Medellin or definitely Cali. So um I would, to answer your question, you would meet like suitable women for a relationship, or I would even say a wife in Santa Marta. I met some really amazing women in Santa Marta. You know.
Okay, incredible.
Yeah.
So, break down the personality of Santa Marta woman.
Yeah.
Hold on, bro, hold on. I'm
Sorry.
talking more about in terms of, are they submissive, are they feminine, and what else is good about these women in Santa Marta?
Okay. So I definitely, I didn't date um a woman in Santa Marta, because I was in a relationship, but with a different woman from a different city, from Manizales, the countryside. But I was in Santa Marta a lot. So what I can say is they're very feminine. Like they're really, I'm talking like they're really really feminine, and they're really beautiful, and they're really classy. Like so, like if you go to Cartagena, or if you go to like Medellin, you'll see a lot of the women dressing like provocative. You know what I'm saying? Like with their body out, stuff like that. You don't really see that in Santa Marta. These women like dress really like conservative. I'm talking about the working women, like the women that's like working in bars, not bars, like the hotels, you know, banks and stuff like that. They carry themselves really well. So opposed to the women in the other cities, the tourist
This,
cities.
this Brother, this is great intel because a lot of us looking for long-term girlfriends,
Yeah.
long-term wives, and we know what a wifeable woman is: someone that cooks, cleans, feminine, submissive, believes in the Lord, submits to a man. So it sounds like that kind of woman that I want, brother. I can find it in Santa Marta.
Yeah, I would definitely say Santa Marta is like a hidden gem, in Colombia, I would say. Yeah.
Brother, this is amazing. So, now, can you break down the demographics of women in Santa Marta, bro? Is it mostly black women there, white women, or mixed race women, brother?
It's mixed race, but they do have a lot of Afro Latinas out there. I've noticed too. There's a lot of Afro Latinas out there. That's another reason why I like Santa Marta.
Wow. So, brother,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a very important question, brother.
Mhm.
Brother, it's a question that's probably the most important question in the history of mankind, right?
Right. Right.
It's a question that can solve world wars. It's the question that can make men like us walk on water like Jesus Christ in the Bible. It's a question that can stop an alien invasion from invading planet Earth because it's such a powerful question, right?
Yeah.
The question is, brother, is are the women in Santa Marta, right? The
hmm
peanut butter brown skin
Yes,
mixed race
Lord.
woman in Santa Marta and the Afro Latinas, are they checking heavy for brothers and passport bros?
1,000%. one thousand
Damn.
percent. Even though, so let me say this. So even though I was in a relationship when I went to Santa Marta, and my girlfriend, she was from, at the time, she was from Manizales, so she was one of them white Colombians with the black hair. But even when I was in Santa Marta, bro, like they was choosing up on me like hard. Like they was choosing, bro. Like even they knew I was with her, but they was still choosing. Like they'll constantly try to like, start conversations with me, asking questions about me. Like you just know when a woman's into you, and they make it very Colombian women in South America, they make it very very obvious. So they definitely checking, bro. Like if I wasn't with my girlfriend in Santa Marta, I would have did some damage. I'm gonna say that.
Wow, incredible. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So now, obviously you spent some time there. I'm an IT bro. A couple of us brothers are aspiring to get into IT. So, brothers, special announcement. My Python classes will be officially opening up tomorrow to sign up for. More details to be announced very soon. But, brother, in terms of quality of life,
Mm.
food, strong internet, to me that's very important as a passport brother
Oh,
that
yeah.
works in IT. Hold on, brother. I need strong internet. I need good food. I need a great culture. I need happy people to be around with because in the UK, the women here are miserable as hell. I want to be around happy women that are feminine, fit, and need that whole package, brother. Can I find that kind of world, brother, in Santa Marta, Colombia?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I had no issues with the Wi-Fi. Like I said, the food was really really good, and yeah, you get fit feminine and fit feminine and friendly women out there. Absolutely, you definitely find it out there.
What about the food? What kind of food is out there in Santa Marta? Is it good food? Is it food that is tasty?
Yeah, it's a Spanish culture, so you'll get the rice, the beans, the quesadillas, typical Spanish food. But it is good. So like I don't have no complaints about the food. So, but I can say this though. I can say this. I've noticed this in like other countries as well. Like Colombian, they don't use like salt or like taste. Like okay, so in America, well, where I'm from in New Orleans, we use like Tony Chachere's and stuff like that. I'm not sure if you know about that IP in London, but
Nope.
it's like a a way to season your food. But they don't really use a lot of seasoning in their food. I noticed that. I did notice that. So like that was the only thing I didn't like. But other than that, the food it is good.
Wait, hold on, bro. They don't use seasoning in their food. Are you telling me you're hanging around with Becky?
No, no, not Becky. It's just they don't like they have their own little way of seasoning their food, but it's nothing like what we're used to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm used to that. That Cajun seasoning. From New Orleans, so I had to get used to that.
Okay.
It's very
So
fun.
now,
You know. Very-
okay, awesome, bro, awesome. So Santa Marta seems like a great spot to find a wife there, submissive, feminine, cooperative. This is awesome, bro. Can I now ask you about, so you're saying Santa Marta is for the wives. What about Bogota, Medellin, and any other cities you've been to, brother? How would you characterize those cities for brothers in terms of woman, brother?
I definitely wouldn't say Medellin. Like if you go to Medellin, I definitely wouldn't wife a woman in Medellin. But Bogota, yeah, you most definitely can. I actually had a ex girlfriend from Bogota as well. But I can't say this about Bogota though. The women in Bogota, just something that I noticed though. They are there's a little feminism out there. It's not as bad, as America, of course, but it is out there. They starting to develop that independent 50-50, type mindset. And like so just beware of that. But
Oh,
yeah, women in Bogota, they are good women. Like they still feminine and stuff like that, but they just have that 50-50 mindset because a lot of the women in Bogota, they're working women. You know what I'm saying? So
okay. No,
yeah.
gone.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, they just have that 50-50, splitting mindset. But like I said, they are still feminine. It's not toxic like it is in the West. It's kind of like Canada, but we like Canadians, they have their own way of like working and being independent, but they're still feminine. The women in Bogota is kind of the same way.
Okay. No,
Yeah,
this is good, bro. This is good. Um, it's funny how so you feel like Canadian women are feminine, brother.
I do, I do.
Canadian
I
women
yeah, I
from
dated a
which
few,
from
a few Canadian women.
which cities, bro?
So I didn't go to Canada, but when I was in Europe and France, I don't know, it was weird. I met a lot of Canadian women out there, so they were really like feminine. But I didn't actually go to Canada yet. But Canada is on my list. But I did date Canadian women though, and like I said, they were very feminine. Like
What cities were they from in Canada?
Vancouver.
That's why. Were they Asian?
No, they were white.
Okay, interesting. Okay. Again, brothers, Vancouver is, I told you, brothers, is probably the best spot in the
Yeah,
whole of the Western world for a brother.
yeah. I could
Would,
I
would
could agree with that. I could agree with that.
I'm telling you, brothers, man, it's at the twilight zone out there in Vancouver because it's just like, how did these actually that'd be for a separate discussion. I don't want to deviate too much. So, um, now, brother, okay, this is awesome. Um, tell me five things you like about Colombian women that passport bros would appreciate, bro.
I like their okay. They take care of themselves. So like women in the West, they go out to the stores with bonnets on, tights and stuff like that. You'll never witness that with a Colombian. Like even if you go into like the gym or if you go into the supermarket to the store, they always making sure they looking good, like top notch. That's one thing. I like that they're good cooks. Like you would never have to worry about going hungry with a Colombian woman. Like I'm not talking about when you're in a relationship. When you're in a relationship, you'll never have to worry about that. They're very I, I don't want to say the word, but they have a high
Freaky.
drive. No, they have
Mm,
a high, sex drive.
mm.
So that's another thing. If you're in a relationship with with a Colombian woman, you'll never have to worry about them holding the box from you. Like opposed to like an American woman, they use that to manipulate you. You know what I'm saying? You will never have to worry about that with a Colombian woman. Um, and I love that they're number four, that they're very beautiful. You get some very beautiful women. And number five, I like that they're very affectionate. Like they're really affectionate women.
Okay, and brother, tell me five things that you don't like about Colombian women, and obviously the point where we discuss a different time where brothers should be aware about, and it may be about loyalty or cheating. Break it down for us, bro.
Yeah. So one thing, me personally, that I don't like about them, um, they drink a lot. So like, yeah, it's a big drinking culture. Like, it's so bad. It's to the point where like you would see like the grandmothers and you'll see everybody drinking. Me, I don't really like that. I have like a really low tolerance for like people that's not sober. So that's one thing I don't like about them. They drink a lot. Number two, and this is like the biggest one for me. They cheat a lot. I've noticed something about the Colombian culture. It's kind of like the Japan culture, the Japanese culture. They have like a big cheating issue. It's super weird because like the way they look at you know sex is like it's very recreational for them. So it's just like they just yeah they cheat. I even had Colombian women tell me like they would be in a relationship but they would still cheat just in case their husband cheat. It's like it's crazy. And if you guys don't believe me, you can look this up. Like it's on the internet. So it's a real thing. And not only that, I've personally witnessed it. I've been with women who had husbands. So that's a big issue with them. So you gotta be careful with the Colombian women. They get around.
Oh, hold on, bro. Shout out to See If I Fumble for the $197 super chat. I appreciate you, brother. Salute for the support. Nice to hear about a new era. Of course, brother, I'm gonna give you brothers all the intel you need, man. New spots, old spots, the whole nine yard. Oh, so you're telling me, brother, that there's a big cheating culture amongst the women in Colombia, and they've
Absolutely.
told you personally that they will cheat because their husbands could cheat. Is that even in Santa Marta, or is that across like only Medellin and Bogota?
So I will say this. So like the women that did tell me that was like women from like Bogota, from Medellin, Cartagena, not so much Santa Marta, but oh even Cali too. A lot of my friends in Cali tell me that as well. And this is why I also say it's good to just be friends too. Like also have like a network of friends of women in Colombia, not women that you're trying to sleep with. Like actually have like actual legit friends because they can put you on game. Like they can tell you about hey this goes on here, this is how I found out about this, like women told me this. So yeah, they'll just be like it's a big cheating culture, like everybody I'm gonna say almost most of the women they have like second dudes on the side. Like that's just what they do out there, and they don't think nothing of it. It's super weird. Like it's super weird.
What? Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. That. Whoa. What's going on there? So,
Can,
carry on,
can
go on.
yeah. So like Colombian women, they're very very beautiful. I would say that they're some of the most beautiful women on the planet. So and they know that. They know that. So like they get like a lot of attention. They get like a lot of guys hitting on them, and they love that. They love that attention. They be eating. So I think they got a lot to do with it. It's kind of hard for them to like turn down those options, like when they all constantly being thrown at you. At least from what I'm seeing, like from what I'm seeing, from my
Wow. Okay. No, no. This is why I'm the best passport bros channel. I'm not. We're not here to cap to you, brothers. We're gonna give you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So, so now, I think right, and correct me if I'm wrong after I finish my point. The best way for brothers to approach Colombia in 2023, right? If you want to find a wife, you need to avoid Medellin, Bogota, and Cartagena. And going on from there, right?
definitely.
You make your way to Santa Marta, right? But you must know Spanish, right, to get the high value chicks, right? Learn Spanish, navigate out there in Santa Marta, and you can definitely find what you're looking for there. The women in Santa Marta are more feminine, more submissive, unlikely to cheat, more loyal. Is that correct?
Yeah, I would say Cali too. You can find a good woman in Cali as well. Just stay away from those. So okay, so like the way Colombia is set up, it's set up by estradas, like estrada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So with the lowest being like the high crime, with the highest being like the pretty much the Beverly Hills of Colombia. So if you stayed in like the high strata, like estrada 5 and estrada 6, you can find some really amazing women. There's actually a guy. His name's Andre and Drill crossing borders. Like he got him a good woman out there in Cali. So you can definitely find Afro Latina, a good Afro Latina in Cali as well. So I would say Cali.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Wow. I'm kind of shocked here because I always thought that Medellin had the best woman in the whole of Colombia. I must have been wrong
They
in my intel there.
got the best looking woman. Yeah, they look they're amazing. But as far as like you know the the quality, like I don't know, like them women, they like I said, they love to party. They get around, bro. They get around. I'm trying to keep it PG.
Huh.
Trying to keep it PG. But yeah, they get around, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we spoke about that. We spoke about that on the Patreon, which was very explicit. That was a
Yeah.
very crazy Patreon talk. Um, so essentially, right, Medellin has the best looking woman in the whole of Colombia,
Yeah, I
but
would say so.
Santa Marta and Cali, sorry, have the most wifeful woman in the whole of Colombia.
Yeah, yeah, because not pretty much almost no tourists go to Cali, and it's very few of them that go to Santa Marta. So it's not taken over like it is in Cartagena and Medellin. So it's an untapped market. So
Would you say Pookie and Ray Ray have played a part in ruining Cartagena,
yes, that's
Bogota, and Medellin?
I wouldn't say Bogota, but they definitely ruined Medellin and Cartagena. That's kind of why I don't really go over there no more. But I don't yeah, I don't
Why? Why
Pookie and Ray Ray.
so? How they ruined it in your opinion, bro?
So they go over there with the Americanized mindset, because like I said, Colombia is like right there. It's like flying to Miami. It's like 6 hour flight and it's cheap. So like a lot of them, they'll just come over there, they'll flood it, and they'll come over there with the Americanized mindset. They'll be throwing money in the club, with that just that pokey and Riri attitude. And yeah, Colombian women they flock to that, and it's just like they're everywhere. So it's just like nah, I don't know, I don't like it. I don't like it. So when you go to Santa Marta and Cali, they don't really like the Pookies and Riris. They don't for some reason they don't like Cali and they don't really like Santa Marta. So you're not gonna see them out there. You're not gonna see them out there. So I
Wow.
was, but like
Shout
I
out
said,
to
but if you want to
Gone.
have fun, but if you want to have fun though, just fun. Cartagena and Medellin is your place. You just gotta be really careful in Medellin because they got that drugging thing going on with the scopolamine. I'm not sure if you heard about that, but that's a big thing in Medellin. It can happen in Cartagena too, but it's more likely to happen in Medellin, especially if you use those dating apps, which I don't recommend in Medellin. But yeah, like that's what they do out there. They target tourists, and just to answer your question, I believe that's how they really the Pookies and Rivers. That's how they really ruined Medellin and Cartagena, because there's a gang out there. There's like a Scopolamine gang. It's like 8 of them. At the time, it was 8 of them. It was like a crew of 8 people, and they actually target tourists, and the way they do it is on Tinder. And a lot of these guys, they go to Medellin not really knowing what's going on, and they hopping on Tinder, meeting these girls, and they bring them to the room, and before you know it, they've been drugged. Like I said, I've been to Colombia like almost 6 7 times. I never had no issues, but I also know how to move. So the Pookies and Rays, they don't. So yeah, they ruined it.
So, let me ask this right. Um, how should brothers move safely in these cities where the drugging is quite common? What should brothers avoid? What should brothers not do? What should brothers do? What kind of women should brothers go for out there? Signs to spot that the woman isn't good. Can you break it down for us, bro?
Yeah, and this is just my opinion. I know some brothers might not listen to me because they like the party, they like the club. But I would stay away from the party girls. I know they bad, they look good, but those the trouble girls. That's the girls that's going to set you up and hit you with the scopolamine. So I would stay away from women, you know, in the club. I would stay off Tinder. I definitely would stay off Tinder. Um, and I wouldn't drink. Like I would not drink. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how they drug you. They drug you with the drink. They'll put it in your drink. And like a lot of men go out there, brothers, they go out there and they get drunk like crazy. And before you know it, they wake up, all their stuff is gone. So just don't drink. Don't drink and you won't get scopolamine. I don't know. It's weird. You would think this stuff is common sense, but I mean, it's not because they go out there doing this stuff. Um, as well. I wouldn't. So Colombian women. They're very very possessive women. So the reason why I'm saying that is like they're not gonna accept the whole you being with another woman if they like you. So if you got two or three girls coming up to you out there, that's a setup. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of brothers go out there thinking like, oh, okay, yeah, they feeling me, they want me. I got multiple women, so I'm gonna bring them back to my Airbnb, especially if you don't speak Spanish, bro. It's a setup. Like it's a setup. Colombian women, like actual normal Colombian women, they don't rock like that. So if you got 2 3 girls coming up on you, don't fall for it. So more of the story is don't bring multiple women, to your crib at the same time. You know, and I would say this too. Like if you going out there with like a group, if you got friends, so if y'all do go to the clubs and stuff like that, don't deal with the same groups of women. So what I mean by that is if there's 5 groups of women, right? Tell you get your own girl and you tell your homeboy to get like a different girl from a different group. That way they can't communicate and not set you up. You know what I'm saying? They don't know each other. They're like strangers. So
Mm,
yeah, got
thank you,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. You got to move different when you're in Colombia.
Shout out to Mr. Siva Bumble again for the $1.99 super chat. Appreciate you, brother. It is called the backup. All girls have them. That's a good point there. So in regards to the cheating culture in Colombia, right?
Yeah,
Um, this is supposed to be a religious country, a Catholic Christian country, and the chicks there are having side dudes and cheating and doing all sorts of debauchery. I mean, what's going on there, brother? Break it
yeah,
down.
but yeah, that religion thing is it's a joke in Colombia. They portray that, but they don't follow that stuff. And like I said, this is not even party girls. Like even normal girls, they do this too. Like they cheat as well. And I know this because I have a lot of friends that's in Colombia, and they tell me all the time that they deal with women who got husbands. You know, so
Bruv,
yeah,
bruv,
yeah. I'm
nah,
a,
bruv.
I'm gonna be real with you, brother. So like if you do get into a relationship with a Colombian woman, just be careful. Just be careful. Don't be naive. And just be careful. Yeah, that's what I would say. Because a lot of men, a lot of brothers too, they think Colombian women are like. And I'm not gonna lie, they are good women, but like just don't be fooled by the beauty. Like these women will run game on you. I would say this, and this is just once again, this is my opinion. I think they can be some of the most conniving women on the planet. I'm just being honest with you.
Oh, what you mean by that? Break it down.
Yeah, because so they watch our culture. They know what we go through, in America. So they can pretty much, yeah. They can pretty much, they know how to feed your ego. They're trained to do that. They're trained to feed a man's ego. So I'm just saying that could be a gift and a curse too, because sometimes you can get blinded by that, and before you know it, you gonna become a Western Union poppy. You know?
Brother, hold on. So
Yeah.
can you confirm that where did you hear that they're actually watching what was happening? Obviously, men and women are just they're crossroads in the West in America. You're telling me that Colombian women know this, right? And they use that to manipulate men in Colombia. How?
Yeah.
Who told you this? Is that what you saw? Or is that from a friend that told you?
Yeah, so like my friends in Cali, like the women in Cali, they tell me this. They tell me this. Yeah, So, but it's not all of them though. It's not all of them. But I'm just saying, you gotta be careful because they have a name. It's called Gringo Hunters. You know what I'm saying? It's women out there who actually search for the gringos, and what they do is they find the gringos like us, and they play on our emotions. They know we want feminine women. They know we want submissive women. They know we want that exotic looking women. So they gonna play to your emotions. And before, and like I said before, you know it, you out here sending her money when you back in America, and she laid up with me. You know, so
Gringo hunters,
yeah, yeah,
bruv.
yeah.
So
Look it up, bro. It's all on YouTube, bro. Look it up.
is that the equivalent of the Japanese term gaijin hunters?
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. That's why I say like Colombian and the Japanese is kind of similar. It's kind of the same exact thing. It's just not talked about. Why I don't know, but it's a big thing in Colombia. So you got to be
So
careful.
so
Gringo hunt.
you're saying, right? Hold on. You're saying here, right? There are many similarities between Japanese women and Colombian women. The first similarity is the cheating culture. Okay, I think we've established that there is a huge cheating culture in both of them. The second similarity, brother, is that they hunt for foreigners, right, and they play on their emotions. Japanese less so. I think Japanese is just more in terms of okay, they just like the foreign culture. But with Colombian, it's more okay. American men are having problems with American women. American women are so bad that American men have to get their passport. How
Mm,
can we play upon their emotions to trick them and run game on them?
yeah,
Number three, these are both submissive women. I think we can confirm that. These are both feminine women, right? And number five, these are wife women. Is that how similar Japanese women and Colombian women are, bro?
yeah. So like, I don't have much experience dating Japanese women, but just listening to your streams and like listening to my friends, because I have a lot of friends in Japan as well. Yeah. I could definitely say this, and like I could also say this too. Like Colombian women, they're very family oriented, just like Japanese women, right? And in Colombia, it's like they live in poverty. The average monthly income in Colombia is like $350. You know what I mean? So they know gringos make a lot more money. So, and that's when the conniving come in. And I'm not saying all the Colombian women do that, but I'm just saying you do have gringo hunters out there. They're aware of what we're going through, so they use it to their advantage to take care of their family. They will do it. Yeah, they family first out there for them. So just don't be blinded. Just stay focused. You know what I'm saying?
When you say they're very aware, so they're watching the hip hop blogs, they're watching the YouTube channels
Instagram,
of the red.
man.
Hold on, brother. The red pill content. They're watching the movies. They're watching, everything that we see. They see in the American media that it's very clear something isn't right there. Is that what Colombian women are watching, bro?
Yeah, from my experiences and from what I'm seeing, because I've actually been in relationship with Colombian women. It's social media, man. It's Instagram. So, and also too, I can say this, like they see how American women are like getting money as far as like OF, if you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
OF. And they want a piece of the pie too. So a lot of them they try to do that as well. You know, anything that's to make money and take care of their family. Like I said, it's a very family oriented culture. So yeah, they follow that Western media a lot on Instagram. So you gotta just be
Okay,
careful.
so we're gonna have to touch upon that OF situation in a minute, brothers. We have over 90 people watching. We need to get the likes up yet again. Another bunch of golden intel for you, brothers. Right? No other channel is going to break it down for you in terms of these hardcore truths. That's why I'm the best passport bros channel on YouTube. I tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm not here to lie to you, brothers, man. So we gotta get the likes up. You gotta support this movement. I want you to be the best passport brothers when you travel, navigate the dating scene, how to avoid the bad woman, how to avoid the bad spots. You're only gonna find out on my channel, man. So you gotta support. You gotta get the likes up, hit the super chats, hit the PayPal, join the Patreon, man. Cop the merch, book your consultations, man. You gotta support what I do here, brothers. It's not easy. No other channel is going to tell you these kind of truths. They will sell you dreams. They will sell you lies. It's all rosy abroad, blah, blah, blah. On my
Yeah.
channel, you're going to get the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm the best passport bro channel in the history of YouTube. No cap. I'm telling you the truth. Nothing but the truth. So please support, at least like the video, man. So,
Brother,
OF. Go
can
on,
I
bro.
say, can I
Of
piggyback
course.
off that real quick?
Yep, yep, yep.
Brothers, I'm not trying to scare you or like deter you from Colombia. Colombia is an amazing country. I just don't want y'all. I don't want y'all going out there just being naive. I just want y'all to be aware. Okay, that's all. Like I would still recommend going to Colombia. Like definitely go to Colombia. Just go in there and just have your eyes open and be focused. Like don't go out there being naive. So I just want to make that clear.
Of course, bro. Of course, man. I think for me, right, when I'm traveling, I need to know the 360 about the woman, the culture, the country. I don't want someone to, sell me a dream. IP
Yeah,
is all good out there. I like, no, bro. Tell me the bad, the good, and the ugly, right?
yeah,
This is why on this channel you're gonna get that from me, right? On this channel. So, can we touch upon OF, right? Is
yeah.
that becoming a problem over there in Colombia?
They So first, let me say this: Colombian men, Colombian men ain't rocking like that. They not purchasing it. They ain't buying no only OF subscription. You know what I'm saying? But they know
Mm.
American men and European men are. So what they do is they see American women. They see American women making all this money, the lavish lifestyle, because that's what social media does, right? Because they see all this on social media, so they're thinking like, okay, so these American women they get in the bag, so I'm gonna try to get a bag too. But unfortunately, it's getting kind of saturated. But I'm just saying, like, you're gonna see a lot of that out there as well. You know,
Wow. So,
just be careful.
um, I want to know I want to know why these women cheat because
Mm.
do they cheat, brother, because of hypergamy? They see a rich guy and they think he gonna provide for her, or do they cheat because these women are just very sensual? They just want to get down in the bedroom. They can't control their hormones or their emotion. Which one is it, brother?
So my opinion, and just from what I'm seeing, I think it's because they just have like they're just very sexual, women. They have a high sex drive, and a lot of men, either like if you can't keep up with her, like she's going to get it from somebody from somewhere else. And I'll say that as well, bro. Like just be in shape, just have your stamina on point, because if you're not pleasing the women out there, they will find it somewhere else. They will. I'm just
Whoa,
I'll be real with you. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like,
whoa. Hold on, brother. You telling me, right? If you ain't laying the pipe down properly in the bedroom to a Colombian woman, if you're missing that kind of extra oomph in the bedroom, she gonna
mhm.
cheat on you because of that,
Yeah,
brother?
it's over. Yeah, it's over for you. Um, if if I if I don't remember correct, yeah, if I remember correctly, you had a guy on your stream like about a month ago, and he said when he first went to Cali, he slept with a married woman. You know, I remember that. I remember him, and he ain't lying. Like that, it's just that easy. It's just that easy. And I'm not saying that woman, plan on leaving the husband. He just probably wasn't satisfying her in the bed, so she found it somewhere else and went back home to him, and still served him, still treated him like a king. Like this is how they think, bro. I'm telling you, they don't think nothing of it. Like it's super weird. But yeah, I remember you just did a stream with a guy who went to Cali, and he said that, like, you know, he probably think he have an angel, a good woman, and everybody probably thinks she's all virtuous, and it's just not the case, bro.
Bruv, reality shattered, but I want the truth, man. I think brothers need to hear the truth. So I think, before I put the phone lines, you know, brothers shouldn't fear about Colombia. It's still a good spot to find a good woman. but certain spots, certain cities, you need to avoid if you want to find a wife or a long-term girlfriend. So you want to go
Yeah,
to Cali, you want to go to Santa Marta to find your long-term girlfriend and your wife. And I'm
mm,
assuming, brother, the countryside of Colombia, but no one goes there, so you might as well just go to Cali and Santa Marta. Now to have fun, bedroom activity, meet chicks, right, to have fun with. That's
yeah,
Cartagena, Medellin, and Bogota 50-50, because you probably can find a good chick in Bogota because they're more like, uh more prestigious out there, but the feminism is
yeah.
a problem. So they're just for me, if feminism is a problem, she's for the streets, so recreational purposes only.
I agree.
Um
I agree.
so, this is awesome intel, bro. This is incredible intel. Now, how do we properly vet a Colombian woman to
Mhm.
ensure that she won't cheat, she won't be a cheater, she won't be feminist, she won't be a problem, she'll be loyal, she'll be down for you? How do we properly vet?
hmm And so I'm gonna tell you how I vet them, and I recommend you guys do the same. So don't really focus too much on what she tells you because she's gonna tell you what you want to hear. Like I said, they're masters at doing that. So don't even worry about what she's saying. See, you need to vet who made her, which is her family. You know what I'm saying? See how her family dynamic is. If she has a good family dynamic, you probably do have a good woman. But if you're dealing with a woman who don't really have who don't really have much, single coming from a single parent household and all that, she's most likely to do some dirt behind your back. And just watch out for the tattoos too. Like to me, tattoos are like a big red flag. So if she got all them tattoos, I would be very weary of her. But the most important part though, just see how her family, her family dynamic is. Because one thing about them, you will meet if they like you. If they like you, you will meet the family quick. I'm talking like really fast. Take the opportunity, go meet a family, and just observe. You know what I'm saying? Just observe. Does she serve her dad? Does she serve her brothers? Is she really feminine? Is she, you know what I'm saying? And then that'll tell you like, okay, so I got a good one. You know. So that's what I do.
So, so, brother, let me ask this right. I'm assuming, right, you slept with women that were married or had boyfriends, but you didn't know, brother. Um, was there a commonality between these women that you slept with, like, in terms of they didn't come from good families, they're single mother households, they had tattoos, they had piercings all over the place. What was the commonality you found amongst these women that, cheat on their boyfriend or husbands with you?
Yeah. So what I noticed with the common trait with those type of women is they didn't respect men. Like if I ask them about their father, they don't really have a lot of good things to say about their father. Um, they think they're above men. They think they're equal to men. Yeah, some of them will have had tattoos as well, and of course the ones that go out. So that's why I say you got to just be really, really, really careful. And like I say, if you really looking to vet a woman seriously, see how her family dynamic is. That will tell you. I wouldn't say everything, but it'll tell you. It'll give you a good foundation of who she is as a person, opposed to what she's saying. Because like I said, she's going to tell you what you want to hear. I wouldn't pay no mind to that.
Facts, bro, and this is why I will never wipe up a single mother, brothers.
Yeah,
These women who come from single mother households are a huge problem. If you want to wipe up a chick, she must have a dad in the home. The parents must be still intact, and she must respect her dad. She must speak very positively about her
yeah,
dad. If I'm dating a chick, right, and she tells me her dad is an ish, her dad didn't do that, cross, she ain't wifey. Recreational purposes only, pump and dump, keep it a
yeah.
stack. You
I
know,
agree.
brother, this is war, brothers. Your resources, brothers. Your IT knowledge. What you earn from IT. What you invest in with your money, brothers. It's at risk when you're dealing with these single mother chicks who come from single mother households. Don't wipe up a single mother. You'd be foolish to do so. Okay, they are the worst.
My
Shout
brother,
out to, come, bro.
I will say this, and this is also not talked about, but in Colombia they have a high single mother rate. it's high out there. Like they got a lot of single mothers, and this goes back to what I was saying earlier because the culture is very sexual. Like they start young. They have
Whoa,
kids
whoa,
when
whoa,
they're like
no, 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 don't say, bro. Don't say, don't
yeah,
say the particular age. Just say
right.
they have it young. Don't say
Yeah,
mention the
but
particular age, bro.
sorry about that, bro. But they start early. Yeah. So yeah, but it's a big thing out there. Single mother is very high out there. So you really got to be careful. You really got to be careful. And some of them won't even tell you that they have a kid. So you won't-
Brother, are you kidding me right now?
yeah, some of
What?
them won't even, they won't even tell you.
So let me tell you this, brother. Right, these single mother chicks, right? Was that common in Santa Marta and Cali, or is that only common in Medellin, Bogota, and what's it called, Cartagena?
Uh, Santa Marta, not so much, but definitely Cali. Like definitely Cali. I'll be honest about that. In Cali, there's a lot of single mothers in Cali. There's a lot of single mothers in Medellin, and in Cartagena as well. So yeah, yeah, absolutely. I didn't see it so
Wow.
much in Santa. I didn't see it so much in Santa Marta. And not only that, a lot of my friends, they have girlfriends in Santa Marta, and they don't have kids. So that's why I say
Wow.
I would say Santa Marta, Barranquilla, because Barranquilla and Santa Marta is like an hour apart, but it's a hidden gem. It's an untapped market. You know, I
Wow.
think so.
Oh, brother, this has been a very helpful stream for me. So if I was to want to consider marrying a Colombian chick, I know where to go to: Santa
Yeah,
Marta, Cali, and some other
yeah.
spots, but particularly those two spots. And not, 'cause I always used to think that Medellin was the spot to find a wife, but I was wrong in that, you know.
No way, bro. No way. No, no, no. Way.
Wow.
They say that, they say that though. They say that, but I disagree, man. From a man who's been there like numerous times, and I got friends who live there. Like I got friends who are there right now. One of my friends just told me, a woman that was in a relationship still let him knock it down from time to time, and go home to her
What?
husband like nothing never happened. And this is a normal woman, like a normal a working woman. It happens all the time, bro. It happens all the time.
Let me ask this, brother, right? Does race play a part here? Do you find like mostly it's the white Latinas that cheat a lot, the mixed race Latinas that cheat a lot, or the black Latinas that cheat a lot, or is it across all three, brother? Or is there a particular group of women racially that do this cheating?
Now, I'm speaking from experience and from what I'm seeing. Is mostly the white Colombians with the black hair. It's- I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping. I mean, and I know this because like one of my girlfriends, she was like that. She was like that. Like she one of them white Latinos with the black hair. That's part of the reason why her and I aren't together. And there's another YouTube. I don't want to mention his YouTube on there, but he had a video series of why he broke up, of how him and his Colombian woman had broke up, and it was because she wanted to see other people. You know, it's just what they do out there, man. It's super weird. Like I said, it's super weird because to them they don't really think it's bad. Like they don't think nothing of it. They just think it's so normalized to them. That's what's weird for me. I'm just like, nah. We Americans, we don't rock like that. You know what? Let me tell you this too, also. And they're gonna tell you this is part of the culture. To me, I think it's BS. So like, they got this thing when you go out there and salsa, or you doing bachata, like they will dance with another guy like it's nothing. Like, and if you know anything about bachata and salsa, it's a very sensual dance. So like, I don't know if your woman is dancing with other men. I don't know. She don't respect. That's just my. But they'll lie to you and they'll run game on you and tell you, oh no, it's part of the culture. Nah, I call BS on that. And
Nah, bruv. Same here,
so
bruv.
yeah, it goes to show you their mentality though. You know what I'm saying? It goes to show you that, like they will do it if you don't put your foot down. If you don't set boundaries, they will do it. They will dance with another guy and think none of it and try to manipulate you and just be like this. Oh, it's just part of the culture. No, 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 no. So just be careful, brothers. Like be careful.
So here's his brother, right? So boundaries are very important when
Yeah.
you're dating a Colombian woman, brother. So how does one set boundaries as a man before getting into a relationship with a Colombian woman? And how do Colombian women take boundaries from the man, brother? Do they want that? Do they expect that? Or is that something that's not common in their culture? But I'm asking, brother, as you've dated Colombian women before, brother, how did you set boundaries? What did you do? And how did the woman take your boundaries, brother?
Yeah, so I will say this, like, they're not sensitive women, you know what I'm saying? So if you set your boundaries, yeah, they'll abide by them, or at least they'll pretend to. Like they won't, combat you on it. That's one thing I can't say about them. So just be straightforward. But hey, look, if we're gonna get serious, guy friends, you're not gonna go to the club, you're not doing none of this. Just be straightforward. And like I said, she's not gonna combat you on it. But I mean, if she still want to do it, she's gonna do it. But I'm just saying, she's not gonna like try to emasculate you on it. So that's one thing I could say about them. Like I said, they are submissive, or at least they know how to play the submissive role to get what they want. But but you definitely got to set boundaries, though. Yeah, absolutely. Like
Did
definitely.
you go on?
No, I was just gonna say, like, tell them also as well too, because when we go out doing salsa and stuff like that, be like, look, I don't care, even if it is part of your culture. You ain't doing it with me. Like, Americans don't roll like that. We just don't rock like that. So you gotta let them know that. So because if you don't, they'll try you. They're
So, brother, right? Did you set boundaries with one of your girlfriends before, and she broke it, or she still kept doing what you didn't want her to do? Have you ever been in that situation before, bro?
yeah, she should do it, like, whenever I wasn't around. And you know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, like, they know how to play to your hand. They know how to just do, make you feel, like you're the man. They know how to do that. I mean, and just at that point, you just walk away. It's simple. It's super simple. Just walk away.
Can I ask what she did?
Oh well, for me, it was the drink. It was the drinking. And it's something that I learned. This is why I say, just don't deal with those type of women. Like, if you're dealing with a woman that got a job or career, most likely she ain't like that. But yeah, it was the drinking thing for me. I just used to tell her, like, hey, look, I don't really like. And it's not even about them drinking. It's some of them, they can't even handle their liquor. Like, when they get drunk, they're already crazy. Like crazy people, party people. So when they drink, it's like on 10. So I just told them, like, hey, look, I don't really like you drinking. I would like for you to, like, pull back on the drinking. I mean, and then she didn't. So of course I had to let the relationship go because it just wasn't working. And then, like, this woman, it was just super crazy because, like, like, she couldn't control her liquor, and I'm just like, yo, we're grown. That's a red flag for me. Like, if you know what I'm saying, you're a grown adult and you still can't hold your liquor. It just lets me know how irresponsible you are. And yeah, it was a learning experience. But yeah, bro, it was like, just set your boundaries, and not only that, you gotta stand on your boundaries, because these women are beautiful and they are fine. So, like, a lot of men, they find themselves in a position to where they can't leave because they don't want to.
Mm,
They have a scarcity mindset. They think that they can't get another one. Like, no, you gotta create your boundaries, but you also gotta stand on them too. It's just as important. So if she break, I'm talking even one of your boundaries. She break one, you got to leave. You got to leave.
mm.
If you
Or else
don't,
it'll get worse. Yes.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to get worse. It's going to get worse.
So you're saying, right, Colombian women, they take boundaries very well from the man.
Yeah, yeah. Like, like I said, they won't. At least from my experiences, they won't combat you on it. Like, they won't. You know.
Amazing, brothers. I can't stress enough, brothers, as to how lucky you are, brothers, to have such intelligent brothers come on the channel to share their experiences to help you navigate this crazy dating scene. I mean, where else are you going to hear this kind of information in this depth? How to navigate, how to set boundaries, what to expect. You got the
Yeah.
Patreon as well that me and Aaron spoke about. The Patreon for this stream is wild. These Colombian women, they are beyond freaks, and beyond freaks. There's levels of freakiness. You're a freak, you're extra freak, and you are a beyond freak. They are beyond freak territory.
Oh yeah.
Crazy stuff, brothers, man. Like, to me, I'm like, well, that's too much for me. I'm like, bruv, I'm a normal average dude. I do things the average normal way. If a chick is that freaky, I don't want to be with her. I'll keep it stacked, brothers. you know, you know? I don't know how brothers, do it. Some of these freaky chicks, but when I hear these stories, I'm like, whoa, that's too freaky for me, bruv.
Well, stay
Aaron,
stay away from
come, bro.
Colombia, bro. Stay away from Colombia. If you feel like that, stay away from Colombia.
Damn. So, Bobby, you telling me, right? Like, if I open up the phone lines with the super chats,
Mm-hmm.
um, if I go to Colombia, right, and meet a chick, right,
Mm-hmm.
and I tell her, listen, you know, we can't be smashing every day. We can't be smashing multiple times a day. How about, twice a week, once a week? That's not flying with a Colombian chick.
So I mean, it just depends on the girl. If she's cool with twice a week, then yeah, you're good. But if she tells you, cause like that's one thing, I experienced with them. Like they're very direct on that. I mean, we spoke about that on the Patreon, but they're very direct. I had one girl. She told me she wanted it every day, and she meant it. Like she was not playing. She meant it. Yeah. I thought she was talking, bro. But like, like when I was there, I was like, okay, so she was serious. I mean, luckily I was good enough to do it to last every day. But if you can't, yeah, she would have definitely, went and got us somewhere else. So it depends on the woman. Like it depends on if she's cool with just twice a week, which I kind of doubt. But if she's cool with that, you good. But if not, yeah, bro, you got a problem with your head.
Damn. So, Bobby, you tell me, right? You can actually come across chicks that want it every day, right? And if you
Yeah,
can't lay it every day for her in a relationship, she will definitely cheat,
yeah, yeah,
bruv.
yeah. I would say so, bro. Yeah.
This is a cold world, brothers, man. This
Yeah,
is
it's
a bruv. So you tell me a passport bro can't even be on his purpose. He can't be building out there. He can't be, focusing on his IT certs. He's got to smash these chicks every day. And after he's tired, he can't study anymore. He's got to smash them, 4 times a day. I mean, brother, think about it, right? If you smash a chick right every day, multiple times a day, nothing like you're not working on yourself. You can't build. You can't get, what needs to be done. I mean, brother, that
mm,
that's insane, bruv.
yeah, man. I agree. I agree. And and just to piggyback off what you said, I mean, you can be on your purpose. You can be focusing on yourself. You can, yeah, absolutely. Somebody else just might be pleasing your woman. That's all.
Oh, oh my goodness, bruv.
I'm just, I just want to keep it a buck with you guys, like because there's just this notion that these women are, like a utopia, and they're not. They're not. I've experienced it. Like I've been on the other side with women who had husband, and their husband was on their purpose, and they still come in to me. It's just like my friends, my cousins, they witness the same thing, and I'm just like, yo, that's crazy. You go on the Instagram and they portraying to be all happy with their husband, and literally she was just in my cousin's bedroom last night. You know what I mean? So yeah, bros, I ain't being negative. I ain't trying to scare y'all. I just want to keep it. I just want to keep it real with y'all. And I would say too, social media has a big part to do with that as well because and this is coming from my friends and Cali. Like they showed me their DMs. I mean, oh my god, bro, it's flooded. Like they DMs be flooded. So like if you make them unhappy or like if they're mad at you or if they're unsatisfied, they're just gonna go in their DMs and pick one of those guys for the night. I'm telling you, or at least
Wow.
entertain. You know what I'm saying? So
Damn. All right. So, brothers, here's a tip, right, for you brothers, man. I mean, like, obviously, y'all heard the Patreon, you know, with some cultures, with some women, like, you gotta lay it down, good for these women, right? So, make sure you eat healthily, brothers. You hit the gym, get your stamina up because the game has changed, brothers. The game has changed.
oh yeah,
Back in the day, women wanted you to be on your purpose, wanted you to build for the family. You know, they're like, okay, yeah, it's okay. We don't have to do it every day. We understand that you want to provide for the family, but now they want you to provide and lay down in the bedroom too, bruv.
IP bro. Like I think it's something else we gotta address. That we spoke about. It's cool, but I want to be honest with y'all. The sugar
PG
baby,
is it
yeah, it's
PG?
PG. It's
Oh, come on,
PG.
bro. Yeah.
The sugar baby culture is taking over. I know you don't think so, IP, but I'm telling you, it is. It's taking over. You know, like these women, like dating now, it's becoming monetary. You know what I'm saying? Once again, this social media, like these women go on social media and they see these lavish lifestyles, right? Because that's what social media portrays. So these women want lifestyles, bro. Like they want these lavish lifestyles. That's another issue. Not just in Colombia, but like it's spreading, bro. Like the sugar baby culture is spreading. I'm telling you. So y'all brothers just gotta be careful because these women, like I said, these like this is your average woman, your normal women, but you never know. She might have a seeking arrangement account. So be careful.
Man, bruv, and that angers me. There's too many simp dudes out here, man. Like, I mean, so many dudes, right, who don't know how valuable they are, man. And yeah, you ain't gonna be paying for, for these chicks like that, man. You
Oh
have a
man,
passport, you're an IT bro. You hit the gym, you look good. I mean, you won't struggle, man. I mean, just have some patience, brothers, because the more this gets worse, the more the dating scene will become, more, more unstable, man.
yeah,
Like, who knows how bad it's going to be in 20 years' time worldwide? Hopefully not, man. There needs to be some pushback because from what I'm seeing, right, these chicks, they want it all, bruv.
yeah,
They want the Gucci bag. They want you to please them. I'm like, come on, and what are they bringing to the table? What are they offering? Nothing, bruv. Just box,
yeah,
just box. They
yeah.
can't cook. They can't clean. You know,
Okay,
bruv.
none of, but they want these
Bruv.
Louis Vuitton bags. They want all this, Prada, and like why? Because the simps are falling for it. They're falling for it. So, and I'll say this: I have a friend. He, I'm not gonna say his YouTube channel, but he's in Brazil right now. Yo, he shows me the sugar baby culture is taking over. It's taking
E-
over.
Even
It's
in
bad.
Brazil.
Huh? Oh yes. What? Absolutely. 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 Yo, like even in Argentina, it's bro everywhere, bro. It's everywhere. It's big everywhere, bro. Like, and it's crazy because a lot of men don't know about this. They if you pay attention, like they also like they'll always be like, oh, stay off Tinder or like, Tinder ain't popping no more. Yeah, that's because all the baddies on Tinder they moved to seeking arrangements. That's where they at. That's where they at, man.
No way, brother. Hold on, brother. So you're telling me, right? Um, high value foreign dudes from America, right,
Hmm.
are having sugar babies in Colombia and Brazil, or do you mean the Colombian dudes and Brazilian dudes that are from those countries have uh sugar babies in their countries, or is it the foreign dudes that have sugar babies, brother?
It's definitely not the local men because the local men, no knock to them, but they can't afford sugar babies. So the they're targeting Americans and Europeans, and they're targeting the Western men because that's the Western men is doing that, is participating in that. Once again, they see how these women living in Miami and in Cali. They see this stuff online, so they want a piece of it, and it's growing, bro. It's growing like crazy. You know.
Oh my goodness, that throws a spanner in the works. I never even knew. I never.
I
I
know.
had some sort of inkling, right? But I didn't know it was growing exponentially like this to the point where it could become, you know, very serious and affect the whole dynamics of dating between foreign men and foreign women because Western men and foreign women. Because let me break it down, right? So
Yeah.
that means so currently in 2023, you get your passport, you get into IT. It's very easy for you to get a woman anywhere around the world. However, the more men that use seeking or want to be sugar daddy to these sugar babies, right? It's
Mhm.
going to mess up the dating market because let's say you come across let's say a Brazilian chick, right? A good chick, feminine, submissive, but she tells you, okay, this is what I want. You gotta be her sugar daddy. She'll be your sugar baby. You gotta pay for
Mhm.
certain things. Bruv, I don't want that. Hell no,
Yeah.
bruv, bruv.
Yeah,
And
bro.
and 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 let's say right, seven in 10 women start doing that, bruv. In Brazil, that's gonna mess up the whole day market. That means if you're not an IT bro, if you're not doing something right, that's making you huge amounts of money, you can't compete in the dating scene. That's what's happening in the West. That's what's happening in the West, bro.
Yeah, yeah, bro. let me pick it back off what you just said, bro. So, and I'm sure you heard this, but like, there's this myth. Well, it's not really a myth; it's true. But like, there's this thing saying that Colombian women are very flaky. You ever heard of that?
Yes.
Well, let me put you on game. They're not flaky. She had a better deal. She had a better deal. You offered to take her to this Colombian restaurant. Somebody else offered to take her to the Maldives. She went with a better deal. She just didn't tell you that. So that's how these women operate. They hypergamous, bro, and they going for what's that lavish lifestyle. Or you offer to take her to a basic restaurant, but somebody else offered to take her to a 5-star restaurant. She went with the 5-star option. That's why she flaked on you. Because let's be honest, bro, we could agree that if a woman really into you, she really like you, she not going to flake on you. She's going to make herself available to you. So
Mm.
he had a better deal. That's what really happened.
Hold on, brothers. I'm not brothers. I didn't tell you, brothers, to get into IT, right? To be tricking, brothers. That you're hustling backwards. So any brother, right, that is currently in IT, right, and is making that big money, right? Like Theo does, okay, and a couple other brothers, and you are tricking abroad. You're hustling backwards, bro. You're hustling backwards. The reason why I chose to get into IT is to be a digital nomad, to work anywhere around the world, to give you options to travel, to find your foreign girlfriend and foreign wives. If you're traveling for the sole purpose of tricking and you're an IT, bro, you're hustling backwards, bro.
Hmm. Yeah.
That is not what I want you to do, brothers, man. Please don't do this, man. Please don't do this, brothers. Please don't. Brothers, it's already hard here in the West. Do you want to bring that West mentality to all around the world? And, to the point where there'll be no hope? There's currently hope to find a good woman abroad. But if you're bringing that West mentality, that seeking mentality that you do in the West to abroad as well, brothers, it could be very dangerous, man.
Hmm.
Think about it very well, brothers.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of the IT, there was a brother. He was on Twitter. It happened about like a month ago. He posted a post, because he had just got a job in the cloud. I think he was making 150K a year, and he said it. His inbox blew up. Why do you think that is? Like, come on, like your brothers got to use your mind. Like, you got to think. Like, this is just where it's going. So like, you just got to be real careful. And a lot of those women probably had boyfriends. They probably had husbands. They probably was just normal women. They just looking for this deal. They looking for this lavish lifestyle because social media. So more of the story is if you guys end up getting into a relationship, just make sure she ain't got no secret arrangement account, man. Just make sure. You know.
Last question before I open up the phone lines, brother. Can you tell your Colombian girlfriend before making a girlfriend or wifey to delete her social media without any problem? Delete the Instagram, the
Mhm.
TikToks, and all that other social stuff, or would that be a problem?
That's a good question. I would say that that's a good way to test them. If you really want to see if she's really into you, yeah, tell her to get rid of social media. They'll tell you everything. Some of them will. Some of them I did. I've heard stories of some of them actually doing it for my friends, but also I've heard horror stories of some of them didn't want it, and that's a problem. That's a problem. You know, especially like if you're because let's just be honest, bro. It's not even about being insecure. It's a respect thing, right?
Mm.
Because we know what social media we know what it really comes down to. To me, social media like Instagram is like another date app. You know what I'm saying? So if you about to marry this woman and stuff like that, and if you tell her, hey, look, you know, I would like it if you delete your social media, and if she give you pushback on it, I don't know, bro. That's a red flag to me. That's a red flag. But yeah, that would be a good way to a good test for a woman in Colombia because they love social media, bro. They love TikTok. They love Instagram, which is to me is a red flag. But if she don't want to delete it, it's a reason, bro.
Have you right? Have you, brother? Right? Have you ever made a request to a Colombian woman to delete her social media in Colombia, and did she do it?
Yeah, my girlfriend in Bogota, she actually did. She actually did delete it. But yeah, I mean, you know why that didn't work out. I mean, I cheated on her, but
Damn.
but they do have women. They do have women that will delete their social media. But I'm just saying they do have some that won't, and the ones that won't, it's a red flag. I will watch them. I will watch them real close because they love that attention that they get. They love it. You know, they crave that attention. And if you want to unpack it and get deeper, that goes down to their insecurities and stuff like that. And you probably don't want to deal with a woman like that anyway. But yeah, man.
Flipping heck, bruv. So, Aaron, amazing. Shout out to Mr. See If I Fumble for the $199 super chat. Colombian women are the most hypergamic Latinas. Do you agree with that, bro?
Yes, facts, 100%, 1000%.
Wow.
They, bro,
Go on.
let me say something, bro. Um, they're no better. Oh, this is gonna sound so bad, but I gotta keep it real with you. I gotta keep it real with y'all. They're no better than the women in the Dominican Republic. They're just more conniving. The women in the DR, because you know I've been there too. The women in the DR, they're just direct. Like, hey, look, if you want me, you gotta pay this. See, Colombian women, they're just conniving. They're gonna make you. They're gonna hit you with that poppy. You see, that's a red flag too. If a woman come up to you and you hear that word poppy or me or more, like leave her alone. She got a, you know, like that's the only difference. Like these women are no different than a woman in the DR. They're just more conniving with it. You know, they're more conniving. That's all. The same thing. And they'll play the long game. Like they will do that. They will play the long game. So
Flipping heck. Shout out to Mr. See If I Fumble again, brother. Fourth time this brother supported brothers, man. We have over 100 people watching, 110 people watching, but only two people have hit the super chats, brothers. And you've got some new insight, updated game for 2023 that you know that's free for you, brothers, man. You know, only Joe Biden knows about this kind of intel, right? Only the United States governments knows about this kind of intel, brothers, right? So you're getting top class level intel. Actually, forget it, man. Not even Joe Biden knows about this kind of intel, brothers. So you gotta support, man. You need to support this channel and the movement, right? It's not easy when I'm streaming at it's right now. It's 2:47 a.m. over here in the UK. I hardly sleep for you, brothers, man.
IP though, we gotta be careful though because like with the untapped markets like Santa Marta, like we don't want the pookies and the Ray Rays to find out about them. So we gotta be real careful, when we talk about them on YouTube. Yeah.
Very, very true, brother. Shout out to See If I Fumble for the $199 super chat. There are also huge gold diggers in Latin America. Is that true, bro?
Yes, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It's so crazy because they're just so like I said, they're conniving with it. But if you pay close attention, they're really gold diggers, and that seeking arrangement and the social media made it like 10 times worse. Like I would say, seeking arrangement and Instagram, they just exposed it. Exposed it. They just exposed it. Because I'm just like, yo, like with my friend in Brazil, when he could like, you can go to different countries, right? And yo, the amount of women that was on there in each country, from Colombia, from Brazil, Argentina, it's flooded. It's flooded. I'm talking like, yo, you will be surprised. So yeah, bros, if y'all on Tinder and y'all Tinder ain't popping no more, it's because they don't seek an arrangement. Just letting y'all know. Go over there. You want the baddies. That's what. Yeah.
Damn. Shout out to Mr. Justin Wilson for the 1999 super chat. Thank you, bro, for the support. Much appreciated. Tell us about a wild night experience, Team Latino. Oh, we gotta keep it PG, but we spoke about it on the Patreon, that kind of experience. But maybe in terms of like partying with a Colombian chick or something in the nightlife or something like that, but obviously not explicit and X-rated, please.
Yeah. I mean, and I stay away from the nightlife. I'm not really a nightlife guy, so like I mean I've done it a few times, but I don't really go out there every night in the nightlife. But I do got some wild experiences. This is going to Patreon for it.
Go on the Patreon, brothers, man. The Patreon is super wild, man, and that something that we can't touch upon on YouTube. That's why we have the Patreon, just so YouTube doesn't cause a fuss about this kind of discussions, man. We gotta move like ninjas out here, man, brothers.
Yeah.
some things just can't be discussed on YouTube. Keep it a stack. All right, so let's open up the phone lines and let's get some callers in. So, brothers, if you want to ask a question to our guest, you must call in. If you can't call in, you must hit your question in a PayPal donation or super chat. Those are the rules. So, Aaron, please avoid answering any questions in the live stream chat. They must call in or hit the super chats. Shout out to Mr. Up, what the up what up he you choose Lucas for the $5 super chat. Thank you, bro, for the support. If there are a lot of single mothers, then how are they better than American or Western women? That's a question to you, bro.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can answer that actually. So if you pay attention to the single mothers in America, you'll be getting a bad deal. You know what I'm saying? Because like they still have this entitled attitude. Like they still want you to do everything for her and her kid, and they'll still treat you like shit. But if you go to Colombia, at least, because she knows she's at a disadvantage, you would still get femininity. You would still, she'll still respect you. Like you don't have to deal with the disrespect. I'm not telling you to go get a single mother, but I'm just saying it is a difference. I don't really advocate dealing with single mothers, but I'm just telling you it's a big difference. You still get the respect. You still get all of that. You're not gonna get that in America. So I mean, that's just a fact. So, yeah.
Thank you, bro, for the support. All right, so let's get the phone lines open up. All right, brothers, keep it PG. Don't ask any explicit questions. Keep it very PG, please. And please be respectful as well. No swearing, no N-word use, none of that stuff, okay? Let's keep it very cordial and only ask about Colombia. And obviously, if you want to share your experience about Colombian women or your time in Colombia, please feel free to do so. Okie dokie. So you can hear the...
One more IP just to address the last guy. In Colombia, they believe in actually serving you before the kids. You'll never get that in America. And that's if you even get a meal in America. So just to answer your question, like the mindset is different. It's the mindset. It's not the software. It's the hardware. I'm sorry, it's not the hardware. It's the software. So it's the mindset. It's completely different. So.
I feel you, brother. All right, so Mr. Joe, can you turn your camera on in the background so I know you're not a troll real quick? Joe, you're confirmed. Salute to Joe. That's a brother right there. JM, you're confirmed. Mr. Nike, you are also confirmed as well, brother. Awesome. Let me bring in Mr. Joe in first, though. Let's get it cracking, man. Yes, Joe in the building. What's going on, Joe?
Hey, how's it going?
Not bad, brother. Not bad. How are you, bro?
Good. Yeah, just enjoying the story. I was just gonna say, the internet has been like the worst thing to happen to Colombia. I feel like it was so much better back in the day.
Yeah.
Minus like the crime, like early 2000s, it was very possible to find like a attractive, submissive, feminine woman. Now it's like they're expecting you to be this kind of multimillionaire from the States, provide everything kind of thing. So it's a different ball game.
Yeah, bro. Like CIP, he can confirm. Real thing.
Oh man, what's going on, bruv?
And I used to think like Santa Marta and Cali and some of the other like Cartagena, or not Cartagena, what's that other one? More of the some of the other countrysides are better, but now it's like everywhere. Seeking arrangements, Tinder, it's just a mess.
Yeah, it's crazy. Seeking arrangements is I was surprised about the amount of women that I've seen that had seeking arrangement accounts. Because like you would never think that like they don't look like prostitutes. You know what I'm saying? So
oh, keep it PG, bro. Please code your words. Go on, bro.
Sorry, bro. But they don't look like working girls. Like some of them look like normal women. You just will never know. It's and like they have like a category on seeking arrangement. It says discretion. So that means they're doing this behind closed doors. They don't want their boyfriends or their husbands to know about it. So you got to be. That's why I say you got to be careful when you get into a real relationship out there in Colombia. You got to be careful.
Yeah, I was just talking to IP about Costa Rica and how some of the women are very similar to Colombia as well. Like I've had a few instances where we'll match and we'll talk online, and then like a couple of days into us talking, she's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm a working girl, so to speak." I'm just like, Why didn't you tell me that earlier?
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
They're not loyal. It's like I go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'm not. I agree with you. They're not.
Brothers,
Like
go on, Joe. Sorry.
I remember going to like a it was like a language exchange in Medellin, and me and my boy, we met a couple girls, and we were just talking and exchanging information, and we invited them out to hang out with us the next day, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're down. We'll come over to your place and grab some drinks." And I asked them, like, "Are you guys single, or do you have boyfriends?" And they're like, "No, we don't have boyfriends." The next day, they come over, and then her phone's blown up, and she's like, "Oh, my boyfriend's texting me." I'm like, "Huh?
Yeah.
I thought you said you didn't have a boyfriend." And then she's like, "Yeah, I got an American boyfriend, a French boyfriend." So basically, a lot of them will have like these foreign boyfriends that kind of just give them money and kind of just pay for their lifestyle.
Yeah, Western Union pop. Yeah, Western Union pop. That's what they are.
Bruv. Oh my goodness.
But part of the issue is us American men. Like, we have to have more standards. We're kind of spreading, this toxic lifestyle. Like, we take all the bad stuff from America and we spread it in the rest of the world. That's why the Philippines, the women see us like that, and Colombia and Brazil, and seek an arrangement.
Yeah. CIP. That's what I was saying. Like, they follow Western culture, so they know, these women know Western men will blow a bag on a woman. They know that, and that's why it's blown up the way it is.
So I'm hearing this right, and my morale for Latin America has dropped very low now, to keep it a stack. Am I overthinking things? Is there still hope there, or is a trend going towards a downward slope? And keep be real with me, brothers, man. Be real with me, please.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you want me to be real? Me, yeah, I would say the hope gone. Like, I will go, and this is me. Like, when I go to Colombia, when I go to South America, I just go there for for fun. Like, I don't go there looking for no wife or nothing serious, because I know how these women get down. So I would stick to like Africa or Asia, and that's future streams. But yeah, because the sugar baby market, it didn't really hit Asia and Africa like it did South America yet. Not yet, at least.
You can still find something, but Medellin at this point is like Las Vegas. Like, no one goes there to find a wife right now. It's just kind of a mess. You'd have to go to like somewhere way out there, like off the beaten path a little bit, or just a different country like Ecuador, Peru, Argentina, but just stay away from like downtown Medellin, Parque Lleras, like the spots that everyone knows and goes to. Don't go there.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. Yeah, but even then though, you still gotta be careful, because like I said, they have that cheating culture, bro, in Colombia. And it's weird, man. So you do gotta still be cautious. That's all. Don't be so gullible.
There's pros and cons to all of them. I mean, if you try to go find a woman you're attracted to, who has the right vibe, who can cook, and super submissive in an Asian country, you might not like maybe her physical features, but you might like her personality. So it's a balance.
Yeah, I lived in Asia for a bit, but that's our next stream. Yeah, I agree with you though.
Okay, thank you, Joe. Stay on the line, brother. Let me bring in Mr. Nike, who's here as well. Let me bring him in right now. What's going on, Nike? Mr. Nike or Nike? Are you there, bro? All right, we can't hear you, Nike.
Is he
I don't
muted?
know what's happening. Let me see. It's trying to fix the mic. Okay, so we'll wait for you, Nike. Stay there, brother. Let me bring in Mr. Let us know when you're working in the chat. Let me bring in Mr. JAM in the building. What's going on, JAM?
Hey, I just wanted to apologize for my previous appearance on streams. I know that twice now I came and I was a little bit inebriated. I'm sober now, and I'm going to make sure that I'll keep it that way when I'm on these streams. But I just wanted to kind of reiterate and agree with the guest here. I've actually have not been to Colombia yet, although I will be there at the end of this year with my brother. I didn't want to go by myself because of the the safety issues in Colombia. But I kind of just agree with everything he said. I mean, I've heard halfway through his stream, but just to reiterate his points, he's pretty much saying that social media and seeking has destroyed a lot of the women there, and then essentially anywhere that you go to, cities and stuff like that, you have to be careful about these women because they know how to sell you a dream, and and essentially, you might be thinking you're living. Right, you might be thinking you found the perfect girl, but in reality, it's just cheating behind your back. And this is why I have certain non-negotiables. Like, for example, I just don't deal with women that have social media, or if I am going to deal with them, they have to be like legal but young enough where I feel like I can actually influence them to take it off. But if they have any hesitation, then at that point I'm like, okay, this is just for fun. Like, I'm not gonna try to convince her to do that. I want her to want to do it.
Yep.
So if she just has any hesitation and she's like, okay, fine, I'll do it, that's a red flag for me. I'm agreeing with the guest here, because what will happen is that she'll do it because she still wants to keep you around, but then she'll either behind your back or have a second phone. Especially if like Android, there's a lot of ways to hide these apps. Trust me,
Yeah.
I know Pookie in my past life. So there's a lot of ways you can do this in order to hide this stuff from your partner, and you just have to have someone that you're willing to trust. I mean, trust is the number one thing in a relationship. So personally, for me, I kind of agree with them. I haven't been there yet. I will be there soon. Like I said, I'll be there November, early December. So maybe after that point, I can give you some intel. But I've already written off Latin America, and it sucks personally for me because I actually speak the language quite well. I'm at an advanced level, and it has the same time zones I do here in America. I've told you previously before I live in Miami, so I meet a lot of these women here, and it would have been great if it was actually a great place to meet a female. I love the way the women look, but they're just not they're not wifey material. And the places where you can find a wife, it's probably too dangerous to live out there. Personally, for me, I don't believe in bringing them back, because you have to understand that women are very influential from their surroundings. So even if they're good now, you need to be forward thinking and think about the long term, right? Even if she's there now, right? If you bring her to a place where she can be coerced by this American influence, and she can get a better deal, she's going to do that. I mean, you have to understand, every single day it's a temptation. Every single day it's a temptation. It's like when I was. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I agree with you. Go continue. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead. I
mean, it was just like, when I was dating and I was with a girl, and I would never go to places where I was tempted. Like, my friends wanted me to go out and party and drink with them. And I was like, no, I'm with my girl. I don't want to be tempted to do that because I know what that leads to. And you have to say, when you bring these women back, right? That's like essentially going to a party every single day where beautiful women are vying for your affection and then trying to be loyal. Like, it's very unlikely for that to happen. I know you ask every time, do you think these women will be loyal if you come back? For me personally, I wouldn't even risk it. I want to live there, and that's the reason why I'm writing out South America, because of the safety issue. In order to find a woman that's actually worth it, you would need to go out into the boonies, and it's just not safe. So,
yeah,
all right,
yeah.
Thanks for that. Go on, bro.
IP, he's absolutely right. He's 100%. Like I said, Colombia is like one of my favorite countries, but like I don't live there because it is dangerous. It is very dangerous. So that's another thing about Colombia. You gotta be careful. You gotta always look over your shoulder. And like, I'm about to be 30, so like I don't want to live like that. I want to be in peace. So that's one thing I can't say. Yeah, man.
Facts.
I can say about Asia, bro. Like, I didn't have to look over my shoulder when I was in Asia. Like, I was good. I could wear my chain, my watch. If you wear a chain or a watch in Colombia, you're guaranteed to get robbed. It's a guaranteed thing.
Is that true, Joe? You want to chime in on that, Joe?
Yeah, I was gonna agree and give some secret intel about Costa Rica. But 100%, I feel like I was taking my phone out of a Uber just to take a picture, and like I saw two dudes like run up on me, just try to snatch my phone. They're very very aggressive, so just kind of be careful there.
Oh, was that in Colombia or Costa Rica?
In Colombia, I was trying to say that Costa Rica is kind of like a gem because it's similar to Colombia, but it's a lot safer and there's less scopamine and things like that happening in Costa Rica.
Well, can I ask you about what city that happened in, where the nation touched the phone off? Was that to rob you, or they didn't want you in the picture?
No, they were trying to. They didn't get it, but this was in Medellin. I was like heading to El Centro, and I was taking a picture of like the mountains, and then at the corner of my eye, I see a dude like he looked at me and looked away, and then like he started power walking to the car because we were at a red light, I just pulled my phone back in and rolled my window up, and the Uber driver was like, "Yeah, don't do that." But they'll definitely snatch it if you're not careful.
Flipping heck, bruv. Look, wow, the flip,
Hey,
bruv.
pick it back
Come on,
up that
bro.
real
Of course.
So like, so in America, as Americans, we have like this what I call it the Negro ego. Don't bring that to Colombia. Like if you get robbed, like don't try to fight. Like just give them what they ask for. Like just give it to them because they will shoot you. Like they will kill you. So don't come out there with that Negro ego. And I'll give you a little tip. Just something that I do. I've never been robbed, but in case I do, like I'm always thinking like 3 steps ahead. So like I always carry clothes or fake credit cards on me. So if I do get robbed, I'll just give them a bunch of fake closed credit cards. Just so you could still go home. You know what I'm saying? Being honest, like, because they really don't want to kill you. They just want your money, or you know what I'm saying? They just trying to survive. But if you try to fight them, then they will shoot you. So.
Wow. Let me bring in Mr. Nike in the background. What's going on, Nike?
I'm good. Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear, bro. Loud and clear.
Perfect. So yeah, I actually live in Colombia for the last 9 months. So I've actually dated like 2 chicks here. They're both very trustworthy. So yeah, I don't think you just got to vet the chicks properly to make sure. I will say that the second chick is kind of asking. She's kind of like throwing things like, for example, today I met her for lunch, and she was saying how she wanted to buy an iPhone. She was just mentioning it, so maybe so I don't know. Maybe she was implying that I should help her buy it, but she didn't really go out and just ask. She just said, "Hey, I'm thinking about looking for options to buy a phone." So small things like that.
Yeah. Like I'm not saying you can't find a trustworthy woman. I'm just telling brothers just be careful. Because I mean I know a lot of brothers. They go out there and they get excited. They see these beautiful women and like they guard just completely just opens up and just like they're not really thinking. So I just want brothers just to be careful. That's all.
I do have a little something happened like last Saturday. I was at the grocery store, right? This chick, I didn't know her, but she was just like a chick with like I think she had probably like a BBL, big boobs, like Afro Latina. She came and she sat right beside me, and I was trying to get her number, right? And then she had mentioned that she was waiting for someone to bring her money so she can pay for her groceries, and then she wanted me to give her like 150, pesos. Yeah. So and she had like I was like, nah. She didn't even want to give me her number, so I was like, I'm not gonna give you 150 because that's like only like $25 or something, $29. I was still not gonna give it to her because
but I think that's another huge flag, man. If they have any type of surgery, that's a red flag. That's a no in my book.
Yeah.
I would agree. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah.
I was just gonna ask, how do you vet them?
Oh, me? It's very simple. You just talk to them. Ask them about their family. Ask them about themselves. Just talk to them. See what they're into. Where they work is very important because they need to have a steady flow of income because that proves that they actually are making money legitimately and not out here being a pro. You guys know what that means, but yeah, that's how I vet the chicks. My second girl is she's a single mom, but I think I like her. She's Afro Latina and she's a decent person. So,
can I ask this, brother? Go on, Joe, go on, bro.
I was gonna say I had a situation where it was like a group of us hanging out, and I got this girl's number, and the next day she's like messaging me, asking if I can buy her like a birthday gift, and she's like, "Oh, the new iPhone just came out. Can you buy me an iPhone?" Mind you, like I met her the day before, so sometimes I feel like even when you kind of get to know them and talk to them, they still kind of have this idea that because you're American, you're loaded, you have like millions of dollars kind of thing.
The thing is,
iPhones.
If sorry, bro. So if a woman has the audacity to ask you that question, Joe, after meeting you, that means another dude that's a Westerner definitely bought her something expensive shortly after meeting her. That's the only way to explain that, bro.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. Simping is a global pandemic that we need to just solve immediately because it's causing more harm than good. It's getting to a point where we've reached a limit here. that's disrespectful, Joe, in my opinion, that she did that to you.
It's true. I think a lot of us, because life is so much cheaper down there, will go and buy drinks for like a bunch of people. Like when we met the girls, we bought several rounds of drinks. So in her head, she probably thinks, oh, these guys are, super wealthy. But in reality, the drinks are like a fraction of the cost of back home. So maybe that's where she got that idea from.
Yeah, I'll tell you guys a story with my friend, because he been living in Medellin for a long time too, and he actually have a girlfriend. Well, he had a girlfriend, and he was lying to her. Like he was pretending. He was like, "Hey, baby, I lost my job. I don't know, if I could just spend money on you like I've been doing." He was pretty much testing her. He told me the next day she was gone. And he never even lost his job. He actually had his job. He just wanted to see, where her head was at. He was like, bro, the next day she dipped on him. So you gotta be careful, bro.
I have a tip regarding that. I'm not sure if it can work for everyone, but determining on your look, it might work. So what I do personally when I travel abroad is that I don't mention that I'm American. I say my country of origin, which is a very poor country, right? Well, not very poor, but it's clearly not a Western first world country. So I have another passport to validate that. So a lot of times I'm able to get away with that, and that's how I'll vet the women, and then eventually when I trust them, I'll let them know that, okay, I actually live in America now, and yada yada.
Yeah, that's very smart. Actually, I'm gonna start doing that, like saying I'm from Africa or something like that.
Yep.
So Mr. JM, right? So you've done that in Thailand. So you've actually told the woman that you're from a country in Africa. She was with you, and then a week after you tell her, okay, hey, I'm actually American. I was testing you to see if you were loyal. And did she kind of feel like, okay, you didn't trust me, or did she respect that, or she's like, okay, that's fine?
You don't tell them what you're testing them. That's not what you do. Just like what I said about me leaving, right, my job and asking for giving her family for permission, you don't do that. What I did was I told her my country of origin. They asked where you're from. I'm not lying. I'm from that actual country. It's just I don't live in that country now. So I tell her from that country, and then weeks will go by. Definitely not a week. You need more than that. Like I've been with this girl for over a month now, but weeks will go by, and then eventually I'll tell her that I live in America now when I feel like she's passed the test and she's not with me just because I'm a Westerner.
Okay, so you tell her you're from this African country. Do you tell her where you're living at when you first tell her you're from that African country? Like, you living in, let's say, Senegal, and then you tell her couple weeks after, I'm actually living in America now, or as a surprise, or.
Well, she actually never asked that. So, I'm not sure what I would have done if she asked me where I was living at now. They usually ask you where you're from, and they assume you're living where you're from. So, that's the way I got around that. Yeah,
I see.
Yeah, that's pretty smart. Like, yeah. Yeah.
What's her name? The guest. Sorry.
Oh, my name's Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron, I can tell you think like me. I can tell you have a good head on your shoulders. I can tell that you're pretty awake to the situations at hand here.
Appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, I think Aaron's got an abundance mindset. That's what I like about him, and that's what brothers need as well. Like, he doesn't care if a chick leaves. Another one will come in the picture that could be better or the same. And but I think because we've been in the West for so long that it's hard for brothers to get women in general. So the first woman that gives you play, you go for it. It's called one-itis, and Theo mentioned it in Passport Bros show stream this week, and brothers go check it out with Theo. Brothers have been started with women for so long in the West that the first chick that gives them play, they lose their minds and start simping, paying for her because they don't want to lose her. But when you go abroad, and you're a Westerner, you're gonna get a lot of chicks. Right, it may fall through, another one gonna come in the picture. Same with me in Japan. If one chick fell through, I met a chick the next half an hour that was even better than her. That's what I love about traveling, brothers. Do you agree or disagree, anyone?
No, I agree. And like, here's the thing, like, see, a lot of men, they marry, or they base their marriage of like where they are and not where they're going. Does that make any sense? You know what I'm saying? A lot of men don't even know that they're kings. They don't even know how valuable they'll be in like 5 years. So like they base their value of where they're at right now and not where they're going. I think that's a big problem,
Facts.
Well,
come on, bro.
No, what I was going to say is I think there's actually two forms of one-itis, right? Because I didn't have a problem with getting women in the States past high school, right? But it's not just getting the woman, right, or like getting them to be with you. It's also getting the wifely treatment, and that was just impossible for me to get in the States from a girl that I was attracted to. Like, yeah, someone that I wasn't attracted to, sure, but a girl that I was actually genuinely attracted to treat me like well. It was just impossible to find in the States. So when you leave, right, States, and you go abroad, you finally find a woman that actually treats you well. Right, and it kind of reminds me of the question that guy asked about why the women in South America are better than the women in the U.S. if they're both single moms. Is because they treat you well. They treat you like a man. They actually respect you.
Yeah,
and it's very hard to find that in the States. So when you get that type of treatment, you're just like, oh, I want to get this treatment all the time.
But how do you get that to like if more of the feminism is spreading and more passport bros are traveling and giving the women these ideas, in 5 years from today, how do you know that Brazil, Colombia won't be the same, if not worse, than America is right now? Like, should passport bros be trying to lock down the best women they can find right now, or like I don't know?
Yeah, this is why.
That's a question. I would say so. I would say so. But that's if you're looking for a wife right now. Yeah, I would definitely say start looking now, because it's not going to get better. This is getting feminism. It's like a cancer. It's a mental cancer. It's spreading, so it's going to get worse. So if you really want a wife and a family, like I would look for it now.
I would say it won't get as bad as America, because chicks in Colombia are not making six figures. They're not making crazy amount of money that allows them. I think the money part is why. So is why the United States and I guess the Western part of the world is becoming like the way it is, because the chicks have money, and when you have money, you no longer need a man. You don't really care about men, because you have your own money. You can take care of yourself, and that's the big contributing fact. One of the big contributing facts that has pushed feminism to the way it is.
But I don't think it's so much about money as much as opportunity, because you'll notice a lot of women in America are drowning in debt and still think that they deserve, a high value multimillionaire with a yacht kind of thing. And especially now you see this online gig economy where everyone can make money on YouTube or OF or doing just random stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to think, like 5 years from today, like I feel like we're pretty lucky right now to be in IT, to be able to travel, when a lot of dudes still are living in the dark ages and stuck dating in the West. So I think if anything, we're super lucky now to be able to travel, because in 5 years, when everyone gets into IT or everyone gets into the remote jobs and women are basically super feminist on every corner, what are you going to do then?
Yeah, so I would slightly disagree with what Aaron said, right? I do think you need to be forward thinking, and I don't think that just marrying now is going to stop that, because like I said, right, even if you're married, right, you just talked about the married girls that were cheating on their husbands, right? So I personally think it depends on how difficult you want to make it, right? The more difficult you get, right, the more chances that your marriage can be solidified. So, in my opinion, I would say go to the Asian countries, learn the language, right? Or even if you want to go more crazy, or more, I would say just more hardcore, check some of the Arabic countries, right? Because they have a culture, right, where they're not going to allow that the Western influence to influence them. Women are easily influenced by their surroundings, and as it gets more westernized, right? Even if you're married to your wife, if your wife feels that she can get a better deal, it doesn't matter. You're married. She will seek the opportunity.
She gone, man. I'm telling you, hypergamy is a real thing. Like I think a lot of men, they don't because they be so blind by the woman's beauty, and they just forget about that. And I'm just like, yo, you gotta stay competitive.
Are you guys? You guys talking about Colombia?
Yeah.
I was just at the mall like 20 minutes ago, and I see a bunch of beautiful females with regular men all the time. So
So I got again a new caller. Sorry, I've got two new callers. JD, you're confirmed. Turn your camera off. Sean, can you turn your camera on in the background, so I know you're not a troll? Is that the Sean I know? Sean, you're confirmed. Appreciate you, brother. You're confirmed. Turn your camera off. Shout out to Sean. So let me bring in JD first. After I'm going to bring in Sean after. Great discussion here so far. Amazing discussion. What was I going to say? Before I bring in JD, I would say I think brothers should be looking for their girlfriend and wives now, so you can actually bring her into your plan. The younger she is, she's the better. 18 to 23 to 24, and then start molding her into your identity, your plan, what you want from her. That's what I would do right now. I think start thinking about legacy, girlfriend, long-term girlfriend, wives. It's going to benefit you in the long run. Because we can't tell the future. It could be terrible next year in 2024. We don't know. Something might happen pretty bad. So if you can get it now, go and do it. And that's why there's a lot riding on bricks, and a certain word that I won't mention. The problem with feminism is that it's a Western creation, right?
Yeah.
Anything Western is bad, and that's a problem. The culture, the thinking. I mean, I don't like the Western way of things. I'll be honest with you. With BRICS, with how countries are pushing back against Westernization, we need to be following that very carefully, and that's why I want to do more geopolitics on the channel, because this ties into it as well. We don't want a world that's Westernized, because that's going to be a hellish world. So shout out to BRICS, may they winning that fight against the West. Let me bring in JD. JD, you got your camera on, bro? Is that okay? Or do you want to turn the camera off, please? Thank you, JD. Much appreciated. Before I bring in JD, shout out to Mr. Jason Anderson for the $10 super chat. If they start asking for any type of sponsorship, red flag. If they're not emotionally bothered with you living in the US and going back and forth, red flag. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And that's why I don't do long distance. And that's why I'm telling passport bros, get into IT and move to their country by remote work. Okay. And that's the best way to do it, in my opinion. Let me bring in Mr. JD. What's going on, JD? How you doing, bro?
I'm well. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, bro. Loud and clear. You good?
Yes. Great to hear from you again. It's been a while.
Yes, it's been a while, bro. I hope you're well. Let's catch up, brother, when we can, please, as soon as possible, bro. I hope it's going well with you, Mr. MBA.
Yeah. Absolutely. I actually just graduated with my MBA in the spring. I just got back from Guatemala last week. Went out for a wedding. That place is a vibe, but that's a different stream. So
yes, please. We definitely want to head that intro, bro. And before you speak, JD, can we all in the live stream chat give a huge congratulations to JD for graduating from his MBA? I mean, it's good to see a brother, doing great things educational wise. Not seeing brothers on TV sagging their pants, wearing blue bandana, rapping about killing each other, saying the N-word, this N-word, that. Nope. We know the true brothers are educated brothers, smart brothers, and we don't get that correct media coverage. So anyone like Theo, JD, who's doing great things in their particular space, can we all congratulate these brothers by, in the live stream chat, please? Thank you very much. So go on, JD, fire away if you have any questions.
Yeah, I will. But I was going to say thank you again for the kind words. But yeah, when you get into those spaces for MBA, the demographic does not favor us. So to be doing that, or if you're not into that and you're into certificates, that's still pushing yourself. So salute to all the men out there who are pushing themselves and not sagging their pants. So absolutely, I agree with you. I agree. Yeah, we have to move differently. Unfortunately, we're a small demographic, and so unfortunately, when you travel, the color of your skin, we are lumped into a big group. When you open your mouth and you speak differently and you carry yourself differently, there is classism. So I think you should do a different stream on classism within the Black culture, from African Americans to Africans to Caribbeans to just because every other demographic does that. If you're Jewish or you're German or you're Irish, there is a difference, right? The banker doesn't hang out with the guy from Starbucks. He's nice to him, but he doesn't hang out with him. So I think we need to distinguish ourselves. That's just my opinion.
Yes. IP. I was going to talk to you about that in our next stream, classism, but that's a big thing that I've experienced traveling as well.
Okay, hold that, please, Aaron. Hold it for that next stream, brother. So, JD, do you have any questions for our guests at all before I bring in Sean? Or are you good?
Yeah. Well, since I've been to Bogota, Medellin, Barranquilla, Cartagena. Last time I was in Medellin was about a year or so ago. What has changed since he was recently there? What has changed for the nightlife, as well as I guess approaching women, and not paying. We're not into that business. Come on, just actually a woman. Yeah.
I would say the big thing that changed was the Pookies and Rays, man. Like they taking over. Cause like when I go to Medellin, I like to be in El Poblado. Like that's like the Beverly Hills of Colombia. But like now it's flooded with Pookies. And like I don't know, I don't like that. Like I don't like Pookies and Rays. So like even when you go out, like you'll just see them being Pookies. So that's my opinion from what I've seen. What changed?
I was kind of hoping Santa Marta would have been like the exception, just a little bit different and kind of more reserved, but I guess it's spreading over there too.
I don't think it's as bad as Medellin, but it's definitely spreading. Like the Pookies, they out there like Cartagena now. Like they're all over Cartagena. That's why I don't go over there no more. So yeah, that's what changed, bro. Like the Pookies is a lot more Pookies and Rays. The sugar baby culture is bigger now, and the scopolamine, the drugging, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. They're coming out with like all type of new scams. It's crazy in Medellin now, man. It's so crazy. So you gotta be careful. I know that they got a brother saying he's going there in November. What city are you going to? Are you going to Medellin? Are you going to Cartagena? Like where are you going?
So I land in Medellin, but I always travel for at least a month in each country, so I'll be moving around, so to speak.
Okay, I was just gonna say so make sure you get like a private driver. I can send you a link to that, because the reason why I say that because they got like a new scam going on with the taxis. So like now the taxis they're a part of the scopolamine thing too.
So I would say, I just use Uber, because I use I've used probably Uber like almost I would say 150 times in Medellin. Because I was in Medellin for like 6 months, and this is like my 3rd month in Cali. The Ubers are very safe and reliable. Taxis, they do the little, they might drive a little too far and try to overcharge you and like turn off their meter. They do weird stuff, and they might be also doing scoping. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
taxi drivers went into that.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. I was going to say, I agree. I've never had an issue with the Uber drivers. It's typically when you deal with the taxis. But going back to the brother who made a point, so I think like getting drugged. Again, I keep on talking about classes, and I don't want to dig deep, but I think it's a selection of women you're choosing. So if you're choosing women who are, you're coming down there as an American, means that you have some bread. So if you're choosing women who are in the top 10 or 15% of that society, you're not going to deal with ratchetness. But I think a lot of people are just choosing ratchet women. You're not doing your due diligence. You're not finding out what zone or area she's from, who her friends are, what's her job, what's her education. I mean, it's a huge laundry list. I think people are just seeing, beauty and be like, oh, she's the prize, and you have it wrong. You are the prize. You're the one who's going to change their life. So if you're messing with top 10, top 15% of that society, they might have a bad attitude, but you're not going to deal with getting drugged.
I agree with that. That's why I tell brothers, like, if you're gonna go deal with the women who work, in real estate, or the dentists, or the CPAs. And by the way, like the dentists over there, like they are fine. Like they are super fine. So like I don't understand why these brothers go to parquetas and like these nightclubs to find women. It's crazy.
Also, one more thing.
Okay.
One quick thing.
Okay, come bro.
Yeah, the mall is a great place. Like chicks that work at the mall, like the beauty. Like if you get your face like a deep facial, the chicks that work at the facial spots, chicks just have regular jobs. Just working at the mall. There's a lot of beautiful females at the mall, just working at the counter. Just behind, at the fast food spots, beautiful, in shape, or even at the gym. The gym is a little bit more complex because people are just there to work out. But there are a lot of fit, beautiful chicks in there. Probably the most, the ideal chicks are in the gym, but it's like the whole working out. People are there to work out, so it's a little bit more tricky when it comes to the gym.
Let me bring in Mr. Sean in the background. Hold on, so let me bring you in now, bro. And before you speak, Sean, I've got a question for the brothers who can answer this question, right? So how do we effectively meet the top 10% of women in Colombia? I find like obviously the world is classist. I think as brothers we are pigeonholed as to, you know, being poor. They see how Africa is run, what goes on in Africa. They see, you know, horrible images of the media by done purposely by the West, you know, to try and portray brothers as, you know, low value in terms of the class system, right? So obviously these rich bougie women, or obviously who are in the top 10%, you know, some of them will give brothers play, some of them won't give brothers play. But in Colombia specifically for this stream, right? How do these top tier percent of women in the top 10%, top 5% check for brothers? And where do we meet the dentists, the lawyers, you know, the academics, the professors that, you know, do check for brothers? How do you come across this kind of woman? How do you spot them? And is there a feminist issue? Because obviously women who hold these positions, who are lawyers, doctors, you know, professors, do have sort of feminist ideas in terms of, okay, I'm a boss babe, I work a top job in my country. Can someone answer that question for me?
I would tell you just know Spanish, because I feel as if you're dealing with a chick like that, you're going to have to know Spanish, because I don't think she wants to deal with someone who doesn't.
And learn salsa too. Learn how to dance.
That as well, yeah. Learn how to dance is always good. Yeah, just I think learning Spanish, and because if she knows you're American, if you speak Spanish and the way you dress, you know, just meet them at the dentist office. Like I went to the dentist office like 4 months ago. There was some, you know, the dentist was there, pretty beautiful, you know, slim, attractive, nice hair. And I don't really. I think it's really hard to meet them because I don't really go to places where they usually work. You know.
Yeah.
This was my experience.
Okay.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I would agree with him. Like, I would say, just mess with the career women, like me. Like, I like to deal with the real estate, you know, out there. And you do got to be careful, because some of them, there are a lot of scams out there. But like the ones that's not scamming, like they're really beautiful, and a lot of them speak English too. So I would deal with just the career women, and that's how you do it. Like, just be like, hey, look, I'm looking for an apartment, blah blah, and then you just go from there.
Interesting.
The dentist is a good one. Oh, also too, like Colombian, the way they roll, they like to date within their network as well. So like that's why I said like you have to like build your network as well, and then, you know, maybe a friend could recommend you to one of her beautiful friends, and it can go like that, because that's how they roll out there. They go within their network. So that's a way to do it as well.
So essentially, so how would you? So let's say, right, best way for a brother. Before I don't want to answer. I'll answer later. So how you doing, Sean? Sorry, but you good, Sean?
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Sean. How you doing, bro?
Hey, what's up, dude? How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, bro. Good to hear you, bro. Good to hear you, brother. So Sean, brother, and if you want to chime in on this particular discussion, bro.
Yeah, I mean, everything he just said is true. In Medellin, so I was down there, what was that? Right after July 4th. So I was there July 5th through like July 18th, 19th, something like that. So I did half of my time in Cartagena, the other half in Medellin. And yeah, I mean, the aspect of like dating in Medellin, you really want to go up to chicks. Like, I usually just walk up to them at their job, because like I'm looking at different apartments to either buy or, you know, to stay in, like to rent out when I'm down there. And I mean, it's easy. You have to be smooth with them. You know, I speak pretty good Spanish now, so like I just walk up to them, start talking, ask them how they're doing, you know, what they do, different things like that. You know, you just gotta be smooth. You gotta be cool with it.
Yeah, it's not like America. Like, you know, they're not gonna, you know, blow you off and like give you this big attitude. They're really easy to talk to, you know. So
the only thing is infidelity is super high. Like
I told you that.
my boy went to the mall and started cold approaching, and in like 2 hours he had like 10 numbers, but then 8 of those women already had boyfriends. So it's like they'll give out their number even though they already have a boyfriend. So you just gotta be careful, especially if they're in the top 10 or 20%. Like I remember we were hanging out with this one girl, and I think I told you, IP, she had Snoop Dogg in her DM. She had 200,000 followers and had Snoop Dogg in her DM.
Yeah,
it's like that.
Well,
a lot of the girls, because I have a few of the girls that like got a lot of followers that are in my DMs, and like when I meet them, they'll be sending like I'll see like their phone, like I'll see like legitimately how many texts and stuff they get. Yeah, bro, like these chicks are like 200-300 like WhatsApp messages, and then you see their DMs. You know how they have like the requests. That crap will be like 99 plus. And I'm like, and they'll let, I mean, they let me read the crap because I think it's funny. I always just make a joke out of it. But yeah, like, it's like, it's exactly like in the States. But to me personally, I tell them, I'm like, look, I mean, that doesn't matter to me, you know, because one, I'm more masculine than them. I'm not a simp, you know, and two, I'm right here right now and they're not. So, but yeah, the infidelity thing is big.
I agree with Sean, but also at the same time, I think someone had mentioned with you know, some of these ladies in the top 10, 15% will have, you know, over 200K followers. But again, if we do our due diligence, right, you peel back the onion, right? So, okay, you got 200K followers. What do you do for a living? She might be in the top 10% in Colombia, but then you find out that she has no real job, right? So she's just flaunting herself. So I think we gotta go a little more deeper. Like if you find out, did she go to school in the States, right? Did she go, like where she go to school, Universidad in Colombia? I mean, I think it's a little more deeper. But again, like someone had mentioned earlier, if you want to find them, I think friend for friend is the best way to go. You know where she comes from, what region, right? That's fact. Like what region she comes from. Also, like think about it, we're the prize. We make more money than the people in Colombia. So if you're living down there, you should move differently. You should have a membership at one of the best gyms. Right? One of the best gyms is going to have higher clientele. It's up to you as a man to dig through and find out, okay, is this lawyer who's at the gym, is she legit or is she ratchet? Is this cook, is she legit? Like that's up to you to figure out. Is she feminine or is she dominant because she's a lawyer? If she's dominant, I don't want that kind of masculine trait. So, but you have to move differently and say, I'm going to go to the best gym. I'm also going to live in the best area, right? And stay with for ratchet stuff and look for those who are like classy, right? That's a key word. If you want some side piece, we all want some side chicken wings on the side every once in a while, right? With that KFC order, that's fine. But I think we can vet them properly and be like, okay, where is she going to dine and eat? Does she go home by 8 o'clock or is she out on the streets till 2 a.m? So I don't think it's like hard stuff.
Yeah. So I actually met, I actually met a doctor. Technically, I didn't meet her, but I was at the hospital. And then the nurse gave me the number of the doctor. So I guess maybe the doctor is probably part of it. She's considered top 15%. But she was very nice. You know, she called me to check on me to make sure that, you know, because I got bitten by a dog, you know, to make sure that I didn't get rabies or nothing. Just like kind of expect the wound and keep an eye on it and not really waste money to go to the emergency room to get that tested. So that specific lady was, you know, very nice. You know, she called me on WhatsApp and we talked for like 10 minutes. So yeah, she's, you know, pretty nice lady.
Sorry. Let me read the super chat. I don't want to lose track. Shout out to Mr. Jason Anderson for the $10 super chat. Tell us realistically about the woman from the strata. Our brothers easily able to date women from the wealthier stratas, like the middle or upper middle. Can someone answer that question?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I only deal with women with the high stratas. You know, if she's in anything below a 5, I don't even deal with them. But that's just me though. That's just me. Like that's just me. So
okay.
I think for most of them, they're so attractive. For a lot of American dudes, we kind of get like distracted, so to speak. But yeah, most of them are just, you know, very fit, very attractive. They know how to dress. They take care of themselves. So yeah.
And I'll give you guys another gem. A good place to meet women. Salsa classes. Like most of my women come. That's why I meet my women. Salsa classes. I mean,
But hold on. Sorry, but when you say salsa classes, right? That's women dancing with dudes in that salsa class. I mean, is that a good spot to meet women? If women are just dancing with different guys, and even though it's classes, but they're dancing, you're changing partners, you're dancing, even though is that a good spot, or isn't that a bit,
it's
50-50
a good spot.
there?
Yeah, I would say 50-50. It's a good spot to build your network and to date women, because the women that's in the salsa classes, they are gorgeous, they are beautiful, and like I said, you constantly dance. Like I think like one time I had got 6-7 numbers and just in one class. So it was just like, I'm just saying it's a good place. I wouldn't exit out, you know what I mean? But at the same time, though, also I'm not looking for a girlfriend either. So it's a good
Because
place.
think about it, right? Sorry, Joe. Think about it, right? If it's a salsa class, right? This is a woman that. So let's say you start dating her from a salsa class. You can't tell her, listen, okay, you're my girl now. You can't go anymore. That's a hobby, right? That's how you met her. So she'll go there again, you and her. Then she will be dancing with different dudes, even though it's for practice. But and then that's how she can start cheating. Hypergamy gets into the question. You can see he's got a nice watch, a nice chain. I mean, it's just there's a lot of facts to say when it comes to these dancing classes. I guess you have to be lucky, right? You gotta be lucky here, but I wouldn't say it's foolproof, right, guys? Or is it? Am I thinking too deep into it?
IP, I completely agree with you, but I think Aaron is just looking for fun or for women to have for a short time. I don't think he's looking for a wife. Am I correct?
Well, yeah, but like I also was saying though, but it's also good to build a network, because I met a lot of good friends, salsa classes as well though. Like just it's good to just have friends as well, because like I'll give you an example. I was talking to this one girl, and she was portraying to be a normal girl. So like when I was vetting her out, because of one of my friends at the salsa club, she told me, hey, that girl she's a working girl, So like it is good to network. That's all I'm saying as well.
Awesome. All right, Dark Ninja, can you turn your camera on in the background? Aaron, no, we're here at the 2 hour mark, brother. Do you want to stay on longer, bro? I don't want to make sure, or you want to leave, but it's up to you, brother.
I got time, bro.
Okay, awesome. So let me bring in Mr. Dark Ninja. We can go on for another 15 fair minutes more. It's a great stream so far, but I do have things to do in the morning. And brothers, please, if you can support brothers, hit the super chat and the PayPal donations. That'd be greatly appreciated, brothers. Let me bring in Dark Ninja in the background. What's going on, Dark Ninja?
Hello, brothers. How y'all doing?
I'm
All
well,
good,
bro.
brother. How are you?
All right. My question is, how is the Venezuelan woman in the country, and what's the difference between them and the Colombians, and what do they have in common?
So, you want?
Yeah, I've actually dated a Venezuelan chick. So I dated her for 4 months, and she was in Colombia or Medellin. So she was the same. She was nice. She was sweet. She always asked me, did I eat? Very nice. She cooked for me. I've only really dated one of them. So I'm thinking that they're, I think most of them are probably the same. Most of them are just nice. Most people from Colombia, majority of them, 95% of them are nice. At least like Medellin, Cali, the places I've been to were relatively nice.
Yeah, that's very true. My friend also, he's in a relationship with a Venezuelan woman, and I mean he's happy. He says she treats him very good, so I could vouch for him on that one. That's true.
Okay. Also, any more questions, Dark Ninja? Oh, you good?
You guys know any hierarchies in Colombia?
Is there a hierarchy?
Yeah.
In what way? What do you mean, bro?
Like Thailand, like how there's a king and a queen. Is that what you're talking about?
Like status.
Oh, you're talking about classism and stuff like that. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would say so. Like you won't see a realtor hanging out with a girl that works at a fast food joint. like all the realtors, they hang out with realtors out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything else, Dark Ninja?
That's it.
I mean, so yeah, that is kind of true. Most I see a bunch of nurses like that wear scrubs, hang around chicks that wear nurses, scrubs. I mean, I guess it's just who you're around. To be honest with you, realtors aren't going to be around fast food chicks. So.
Yeah, and like all the all the working girls, they hang out with the working girls. Like, yeah, it's a real thing. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, so let's go through to everyone for their closing statements or last few questions. Actually, we can go on for another 15 minutes before we do closing statements. So anyone else want to chime in anything important or they want to share about Colombia or question to our guests at all?
I would as far as like the vetting stage too, and I'm speaking like when you're in Colombia or even when you're overseas, period. When you're going through like the vetting stage, I would say like see her in her natural state, but before you start dating her. So like what I mean is, prime example, like if you're gonna date a woman from the bank, right? Just interact with her, at the bank, because like once you go on a date with her, that's when like the mask comes up. So like you at that point you're dating her representative. You're not dating the real her. But like if you talk to her before you get on a date and you just see her in her natural state, you can like make a judgment off that as well. That's something that I noticed just traveling.
I will also chime in and say, they know you're American. They know, you make more than them. So I would say don't show all your cards at once.
Yeah.
So, we got guys in the States. I do not understand it. And I live in LA, so I know how expensive it is. But you got guys in the States. I do not believe in taking women out for dinner dates. I think that's a, like, you have to earn that, in my opinion. We can meet up for drinks, or we can meet up bowling, whatever you want to call it. I don't care, but I'm not taking you to a restaurant and paying the bill. Again, that's relative to LA. You're looking at $80 to $150 for a date. Now shift gears and go to Colombia. Take them out for a date and get dinner. That might be the culture. Excuse me, but I believe in just don't worship them. Just treat them like you're the prize, and then you can leave anytime. And I think that's the best way, my opinion. And then you can clearly see if they're really interested in you or they're talking to other guys on the side.
So I feel as if some chicks won't even, they won't really even let you take them out on a date if they're not interested in you. That's what I've kind of seen. I've talking to a lot of chicks on like Instagram. If they give you their Instagram, my experience is that they're not serious about anything. So
correct. And it depends. Yeah. And like for me, it depends like the country you're at. Like I was just in Guatemala. I'm going back hopefully in a few weeks because I was there for a wedding. I didn't get a chance to really explore. But while I was out there, I met a lot of people. So I'm going back to take care of business. I'm sure y'all get it. But at the same time, a lot of these people I met gave me their numbers. Only a few gave me their IG info. But I also use IG to screen someone. I see whether they've posted pictures on a yacht, whether right into Paris, all these places. So my second thought is, okay, is that her money? Is that her parents' money? Or was some guy from Europe or America paying for this? So I use that as a screening process. The way they use it to screen us, we should use it to screen them. But But again, a lot of this is just strategy. A lot of this is just you have to understand a woman's psyche and how they behave. And if you don't, I don't know, you lost.
This has been an amazing live stream, man. Amazing. So thank you to everyone who supported. Let's go for last closing statements. So Dark Ninja, do you have any last questions or statements before we wrap up?
So my last question is, how can brothers be wary of semi-pros?
First I would say the tattoos. I noticed a lot of the working girls, they're tatted up like crazy. If they ask to come to your house like fast, that's a red flag. Like normal Colombian women, they don't roll like that. So that's a red flag. And number three, I would say if she's hanging with a group of girls and they're trying to like engage with you at the same time, that's a red flag. That's not. I'll be weary of that. So
Well, what's a semi-pro? Sorry, is that woman that works a normal job and does pro stuff in their free time?
I thought you said pro. I'm sorry.
No, semi-pros. So semi-pro is basically a female who does a regular job or have a regular business. She can be a businesswoman. She can be a nurse. Can do anything like that. But on the side, she does some pro stuff.
Wow,
Yeah.
crazy
That's
world.
crazy. There's a lot of that down there too.
Hey, IP. One thing I want to add to his request or to his question. If they're out and they have flat shoes on and not heels, watch out because she's probably trying to rob you. That's one thing that a lot of people don't pay attention to.
Oh, do you mean so? Is that when you're on a date with her, Sean, or she's near
Say
you?
like the ones like he was just talking about, and say you meet those because in Medellin, a lot of the girls who are doing the druggings and stuff, it'll be the ones that they're making the guys think like, oh, I don't do that, you know. So
Yeah.
they'll get you to drop your guard.
Yeah.
A lot of them, if you pay attention to what type of shoes they're wearing, if they have like, because like they dress Colombian women, they dress sexy, like they dress nice, you know, they're elegant, and if they come out, you know, and just like regular flat shoes, like even Air Force One type shoes, you know, to somewhere where they would normally wear heels, just keep your eyes open, you know, and then never sit your drink around them, never leave your drink, don't turn your head, you know, stuff like that. Me personally, I don't drink, you
Yeah.
know, and then I always like have my eyes open. And like I said, I always have a personal driver. Another thing, like, if you do go to Parquilleras, which I mean, I went twice when I was there. It's okay. It's kind of downhill from my first trip to Medellin, but if you do go there, especially with how they have it set up now, don't talk to the females outside of the gates. Like that, like when I was there, I literally had like two or three of them like legitimately grab my arm and was like, "Come with me, Poppy." I'm like, "Hell no." Oh, my bad. Heck no. You know, like that's a red flag. So, like, brothers, if you listening, that is a red flag. They do not want you. Leave them where they are. Trust me. You'll save yourself a world of pain.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow, incredible resources and information. Thank you for that, brothers. So y'all trust your private personal drivers. He won't try and do something shady at all.
I trust
And how much?
No,
Go on.
no. So my guy Diego, he's actually a taxi, like a yellow cab. But I met him on my first trip down there. It was actually at Parquilleras. It's a funny story. So I was down there and I didn't take any money with me. I left it all. So I had a penthouse in a like an Airbnb penthouse, and I only took like $30 with me because I was going out with this chick, and they tried to two man, but I didn't know until I got to the rooftop bar that we were at. So they like was on some just crazy stuff. So I like told them, I was like, look, like it's two of y'all. I already know what you're trying to do. Like I already have been briefed on what this is about. So I made them leave, and then when I went back, I found a taxi. It was this guy. So he drove me all around the city the next day and a half, 2 days, and we just stayed in contact. He's a good dude. I was with him. He took me around Medellin in July when I was there for like over a week and a half, and he's helped like two other people that I've referred him to, all safe, taking them all over the city. You know, you just pay him you know what he's worth at the end of the day. You know, but he'll take you literally anywhere.
How much does it cost for a private driver on average a day in Colombia?
It
in
just
dollars,
depends,
please?
bro. Like,
It depends.
yeah, I mean, it just
It's not,
depends. Like some days for me, I would just like I stayed in Poblado about quarter mile from Parquilleras in Provenza. I mean, if I went there and back twice, depending on if I went to Lorales, I mean, I would give them like, man, it just depends. Anywhere
yeah,
20, 30, sometimes 50. It just depends on how far I go into the city. You know, if I went to like Centro or like if I went to was it Itagu or however you say that. It depends on where you're at, you know, day by day.
Itigui. I think it's pronounced Itigui.
Oh yeah.
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 So you asking it how much it costs for it to use Ubers like throughout the city?
Yes. No.
So
Yeah. Go on, bro.
okay, sorry to interrupt you. So
No,
I
you
was
got
using Ubers to go to like Central from time to time because I live kind of far. I think I live like 26 minutes out, and it cost me about 23 pesos. I'll convert it over for you guys to understand. It was about like 29 pesos, 1,000 pesos. That's like about $7, like depending if you use Uber or Uber Comfort. So it'll be roughly around like $7 to $9 for one way. And of course, you have to calculate it one way. So Ubers are very cheap. In Cali, I save a lot of money because I go to the mall. That's like 7 mil, which is like $1 and some change. I don't go to places far. The mall has everything. The gym is very close. And where I live, I can just walk to like the marketplace, that kind of gym. That's another gym that's close to me. So it's really cheap. I would say the most expensive ride is basically to the airport, which is about almost 100,000 pesos. And that's about $24. And that's like an hour away. So that's usually the most expensive ride. Is about $24, and that's an hour drive.
that's true.
Awesome. All right. So let me bring in Mr. Siva Fumble. He'll be our last caller. What's going on, Siva Fumble? You have any questions for our guest? Siva Fumble.
Give me a second. Oh yeah, I just wanted to say that in Colombia, pro work is legal.
Mm.
It is.
It's
Yes.
legal.
Yeah.
It's legal. That's it. You guys were talking about pros earlier. That's why they're everywhere, because down there, pro work is legal. That's it.
Okay. Thank you, Siva Fumble. Appreciate you, bro. All right. So, Sean, do you have any closing statements or questions you want to ask?
Not really. You know, everybody covered pretty much everything. You know, if you guys are going down there, reach out in the Discord or the Facebook group, and we'll hook you up and we'll tell you what to look for. You know.
Awesome. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate you, bro. Mr. JD, do you have any closing statements or questions, bro?
Absolutely. No questions but closing statements. First, IP, thanks for this platform. Trying to get like-minded people, or men, excuse me, to think like you, follow you, just exchange, good advice. I want to resonate what Sean just said. I know he just dropped off. Sean is correct. When you go out there, try and link up with like-minded people. So I think that I've traveled. I think IP already knows. I've stopped counting, but I think I've been to over 65 countries now. Damn. So I've done solo traveling. I've done group traveling. I don't like big gaggles. I like big gaggles, like 10, 15 people if we meet at a bar or location to network. But I believe in 2, 3 people, because when you go out and you meet other ladies, they're usually in groups of 2 to 4 at most. So I believe as brothers, when you travel, I know some of us want to do by ourselves, but it's good to have someone else with you, just for that sanity check, just for, hey, is this person that I'm trying to talk to legit? Where I'm staying at, is this good? I think in today's time, with a lot of issues with men, we don't communicate. We don't. I guess maybe we're embarrassed to just ask questions, and just I think the fellowship of brothers just having good conversations, whether it's about women, money, investment, real estate, I think we're lacking that. So Sean made a good point. When you head down there, see if other people are down there and try and link up with them. You might make a business partner, but if not, you have someone to go out and get a drink with. That's it.
Awesome. Salute to you, JD. Thank you, bro. Let's catch up when we can, okay, bro?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Thank you, Joe. Much appreciated, man. JM, do you have any closing question or statement?
Yeah, I actually wrote a list because I didn't want to be rude and interrupt. Very quickly. One, I don't believe I don't want to interrupt. I don't want to be rude. So, one, don't meet women online. I mean, if you're looking for a wife, don't meet them online. In my opinion, I mean, maybe could you find one in the needle and haystack? Sure, but that is very unlikely to prove fruitful. Two, don't take women with extensional social media seriously. I think one brother here mentioned that he was with a girl and she had a lot of DMs, but he's some big alpha, so it doesn't matter. I used to think like that before. No, that's not the way you want to think. You don't want women to have these options. I mean, you could think like you're an alpha or whatever, but it just takes one time for her to be displeased, and then she has all those other options in her DMs and her. Yeah. So someone said that then. I completely disagreed, but I didn't want to interrupt, so I just want to make sure I touched on that. Third thing is, I know you always preach this IP. Learn the language, right? You will get the best woman if you learn the language, right? If you want a low woman, learn the language, right? If they speak English well, there's a reason why, and it's usually not good. 4, and I'm almost done here. I personally think the Americas are over, like the Americas in the West. I think that in terms of finding a low woman, right, your best bet is Asia, Europe, or a Muslim country. Could you find a good woman in Latin America? Yeah, but you would have to go outside of the hotspots. And Latin America, for the most part, is dangerous. So, I mean, personally, for me, I'm not willing to risk that. If you're willing to risk that, if you want to go to the boonies and find a woman there, then, sure, you can find one. But if you're trying to find one in the cities, I mean, you're playing a dangerous game. And then lastly, I just want to apologize for, like I said, I think this is my 4th stream I've been on, and 2 of the previous streams I was inebriated. I just like talking on here because this is actually a place where I meet like-minded people. Previously, I had these talks all the time, but I only have this with family. There's very few people you can speak this candidly about. So with that being said, I'll adjourn here.
Thank you very much, JM. Awesome, brother. Continue having a great time in Thailand, and hopefully you come on the channel and share your Thailand trip. Thank you, bro. So, awesome. I've got a super chat here. Shout out to Mr. Mayhem 1994 for the $5 super chat. IP, did you know ABC channel will be airing a TV show called White Fever? Asian woman obsessing over white men. I had no idea. That's a joke, man. That's why I don't date Asian women in the West. It's a joke,
bro. I'll save it for our next stream. I'll save it for our next stream. I was gonna piggyback, but I'll save it.
Okay, please do, bro. Please do, because yeah, man, that's a joke, man.
Yeah, we got to address this because this is a big issue that brothers overlook. But yeah, bro, we're gonna talk about it though.
I keep it like a lot of Asian chicks worship white dudes. I see in the UK every day. Low value white dudes with hot looking Asian chicks. It literally makes me extremely angry. And the fresh brother with the degree, who's clean cut, can't even get one Asian chick to look his way. That's racism, man. It's not even a preference, it's racism.
Yeah.
Brother, please address it on our next stream, bro, because I'm just sick of it, bruv. Thank you, bro. I had no idea. That's disgraceful. All right, see my fumble. Do you have any closing statement or question, bro? See my fumble, you there? All right, bro. I need to let you go, man, because I'm running out of time. All right, so Mr. Nike, do you have any closing statement or question?
Yes, I do. So I'm going to make it brief. A lot of people are listening to this. I would say get a remote job, entry level, just to start off with, to be able to work remotely if that's possible. Right now is a good time because Christmas is coming up. A lot of these companies are going to be hiring to fill up the ranks, get people working. And of course, you want to move forward and then, of course, get a better job like in IT, cybersecurity, coding, whatever, STEM field, and then, finish school, whatever you need to do in order to get that next big big paycheck. And if you're planning on, traveling, you should definitely look into getting a remote job and just do some research into the country that you're planning on going to.
Awesome. Thank you, Nike. Much appreciated, bro. Mr. Joe, do you have any closing statement or question, brother?
Yeah, hopefully brothers will stop leading with their wallet and actually learn the language and get to know these women. A lot of these countries in LATAM, 5-10 years ago were amazing to meet women, and now it's like it's pretty bad. So hopefully a different approach will yield better results in the future. So stay safe.
Awesome. Salute to you. Thank you very much, Joe. Much appreciated, bro, for you calling in. Thank you, bro. Okay, awesome. Now, shout out to Mr. Umi Yedwa for the $20 super chat. I appreciate you both for the support. Thank you so very much. Salute IP, another classic stream. Keep up the great work, guiding us through the unknown. Absolutely, brother. Salute to you for the support. Thank you very much, bro. Much appreciated. Mr. Aaron, thank you, bro, for your time. Incredible insight you're giving into Colombia. So thank you, brother. Do you have any closing statements, bro?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So brothers, I want y'all guys to stay focused. You don't have to settle for these overweight masculine women in the West. You really, really don't. So and not only focus on getting like a IT job. Don't stop there. Like focus on investing your money, because that's what allowed me to travel the way I do. It was real estate. So like get make today's money and invest it into tomorrow's money. So if you get a good salary of 150,000, invest it into real estate. I promise you, you will never look back. So I just want brothers to just focus on the end goal. Don't worry about today's goal.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Aaron. I'm going to let you go, brother, and we shall speak very soon, of course, brother. Okay?
Okay, bro. Have a good one.
Peace out, bro. Thank you, Aaron. Okay, brothers. Great live stream here. Shout out to our guest Aaron, who came up in here to share his thoughts and opinion. So, couple announcements I want to make. The Python class will officially open tomorrow. The signups for the Python class that will open tomorrow. I will post it on my YouTube community page. So be on the lookout for it on the Patreon page, or it could be on, I could be teaching it for another platform, but I'll be announcing it on my YouTube community page. Okay, so that'll be opening up the signups for that. If you want to be in my upcoming Python class, I'll be teaching Python then in the 3rd or 4th week of this month. So we're going full throttle. Make sure you definitely go and sign up for Theo's Manosphere Conference. You're going to meet like-minded brothers, such as Theo and a few other intelligent brothers I think it's in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. So you've only got a couple of days left, brother. It's going to be a big, massive event, the biggest so far yet. A huge shout out to our guest Aaron. Thank you, bro, for sharing your insight into Colombia. Shout out to all those who hit the super chats today. Only 5 people hit the super chats, but every support is greatly appreciated, man. Thank you very much. Go and join the Patreon, brothers. To hear the explicit, X-rated insight into Colombian women of this live stream, and of course, cop the merch. Feel free to support any way you can. Definitely like the video. I'm looking forward to our next video next time. Incredible live stream. A lot of valuable information here. Let me check the PayPal just so I didn't miss any donations. I'm going to wrap it up, and we will have a great weekend ahead. Okay, may it be a successful, peaceful weekend for all you brothers. Fantastic live stream. Let me see. Awesome. Okay. All right. So, brothers in the live stream chat, right? Can you let me know what kind of content you want to see on this channel? So, someone said geopolitics. I've taken notes. Self-improvement, some RP content. Cool. Any other type of content you want to see on this channel, brothers? Before I wrap up this live stream. Okay, let me know in the live stream chat. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to try and get some ideas regarding that. Okay, so let me know what kind of content. Yeah, noted there Ethan's journey. Okay, no problem, bro. And also, brothers, make sure you book your consultations with me. Let me post a link to my consultations page here. There you go, brothers. If you want to book a consultation with me, there's a link there, brothers. I'm gonna give you 1 minute to make a note of it in the live stream chat. And I'm going to go and get some good sleep. It is 10 past 4 a.m. over here in the UK. Pretty late. All right, brothers. Okay. Looks like you're not typing anything down. Okay. So let's wrap it up then. All right. So thank you to everyone who supported today. Shout out to our guests. Shout out to all the callers as well. We had some very intelligent callers who called in and who said some great questions. Joe, JM, Sean, JD, and a couple other brothers, man. So good on you, brothers, for calling in, man. I'm looking up that white fever thing right now. I can't believe that's actually what is going on in this world, man. White fever, bruv. This is actually real. White fever, a TV show starring an Asian woman who has a taste for white men. F off, man. So this is sickening. Bruv, these Asian chicks need to get right, bruv. I'm telling you, in the West. It's madness here, man. What is this? Can't believe this is real, bruv. Wow. Get your passport, brothers, man. Get your passport. All right. And I know some brothers feel disheartened as to their low success rates with Asian women in the West. Different world out there in Asia. I'm hearing some good things about South Korea. Japan, that's a lockdown without a single doubt. It seems like Philippines, Thailand, Malaysia, I'm hearing is a spot, and Indonesia for brothers. Malaysia and Indonesia, I'm hearing is a spot for brothers. Okie dokie. So, great live stream. Great live stream. Okay, brothers. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. So tomorrow we have a Python talk live stream tomorrow. Okay. You guys are gonna enjoy that. It will be coinciding with me opening up the Python sign up list. And I hope to see you there. So if you're interested in IT, you're doing fields class, you want IT, join my Python classes, man. All right. So peace out, brothers, and I'll see you brothers tomorrow or on the next video or live stream. Peace out, brothers. Thank you very much.